All right, all right, all right. What's up to the crew? Welcome to the building. Please confirm if you can see me and hear me loud and clear. We have a lot to get through today. The charts are thrashing around, pumping and dumping. We need to get into Bitcoin. We need to get into market charts. We need to get into the alts. So no time to waste. We've got a huge show today, and I just want to say well done to the crew. You have all been doing so well. August and September are profoundly rough months to trade in. We all know this, and we've been ready for it, right? Our risk management has been super good. We've actually got a really nice win rate going. We're in the green for the PNL. So I'm very proud of the crew. I've been witnessing your commitment, your consistency on a daily basis. And it's not easy, right? It's been tough. WSOT, of course, is the best traders in the world, biggest competition in the world, Guinness World Record, smashed for the most traders in an online competition. So well done to everybody for also being part of that. It does feel good. I've always wanted to be part of a Guinness World Record. And you know what? I'm just so proud of the crew. I think our squad score is good. I think we're doing well. It's still early days. I think we're about a 1/3 into the competition now. And I already feel like I have gained so much. Yes, the charts have been tough. Things have been difficult. But you know what? At the end of the day, I'm really proud of us. We're holding above ground, and in essence, it's been massive learning. You will never have the opportunity to learn quite as much as you will learn when you're on a leaderboard with your squad, right? On a leaderboard with the best traders in the world out there trading for, what is it, $10 million? And yeah, I'm going to get preaching if I carry on. But let me just say I'm so proud of everyone for sticking with the crew and doing what you're doing. All right, so let's get straight into it. Let me know. You should be hearing some beats. You should be seeing my screen. Let me know if the levels are okay, if everything's cool. I want to keep it to a 2-hour stream today. So let's get right into it. I've got quite a lot to go through, but of course, please, everybody in the crew, let me know if there is anything on your mind, anything that you would like me to have a look at. And I see the crew is showing up, so thank you so much, everybody, for that. If you are with us on Twitter, please do come through to the YouTube. I would really appreciate it. We're building the YouTube. We're killing. All right, and let me know if you have been enjoying the signals in the group. You know, it's not something that I usually do. I'm more into the teaching, but I have been working with a few OGs to bring nice signals. And yeah, our win rate is looking nice. We've been doing a lot of learning, and you know, it's amazing. It's really amazing, and we're going to go through the learnings because in essence, that's the real value. All right, who's here? Who's here? Who's in the building? I see Tolani is in the building. Let's go. L-Tech. Absolute D, are you new? Absolute D, welcome, welcome. I see Vicky. I see Jess, South Africa, represent. Let's go. We got the HU, loud and clear, awesome stuff. Nameka Okonkwo, we got some newcomers. Let me know if you are new in the building. Alright, and we got Jonathan. Oh, loving the consistency. Well done to everybody. You've been so active. Let's see what Tantric is saying. Alright, nice stuff, nice stuff. Okay, so there've been a few trades. There've been, I think, what was it? 1 stop loss, 2 early exits, and then we've had about 13 green closes. And some of them have been TP1, some of them have been TP2, some of them have been break even after TP1. And yeah, it's been pretty tough because the trades that we've chosen not to take have been the ones that hit full TP. And yeah, there's been a lot of learning, so I'm gonna go through them, but let's do our due diligence, right? Is everything fine? Is the music not too loud? Is everything cool? I'm gonna get through our due diligence, which is to zoom out on Bitcoin, and then we're gonna zoom in. We're gonna look at ETH, and the main idea of this session today, I mean, I don't know if y'all have been on the charts like I have for the last few hours, but it's been nuts, right? ETH has been dumping everything that it just gained. And yeah, news coming out bullish, news coming out bearish, things are crazy. And it's good to just be on the charts. Basically, what I want to do today is I want to find setups. And I want to set alerts for setups because I don't want you to trade this weekend, right? I want you to step back, things are nuts. Yes, we're in our low leverage long-term trades, and that's cool. But I want to look for some high leverage setups, some medium leverage setups that we can enter from Monday. Because the price action over the weekend is going to be a little bit nuts. Most of you know that, you know, it's retail that trades on the weekend, and retail flops and drops. The whales go on their private jets, they go on their private yachts, whatever, they drink their champagne, they chill. They do not trade over the weekend, and I don't want you to trade this weekend either. Oh, do I see the Paul Princely in the building? Welcome, welcome, and thank you so much for the beautiful mobile phone that you did actually sponsor for Gibson. It is absolutely awesome to see the support for the crew. Thank you, Paul, and thank you for being here. Alright, no further ado, if you are here and you are enjoying it, please smash the like button, share the stream. I'm seeing Tuffy. Alright, let's go, let's go. Interesting stuff in the news coming out. Crazy news and crazy reactions to the news. You know, TA can only do so much. We have to look at the FA. And in the long term for the alts, the FA is looking really nice. I've got quite a lot of bullish news to share with the crew on our long-term altcoin trades. So that's really nice. Hey, we got the big dreams. Let's go, brother. We got Adioe. Awesome stuff. Chuk Woo Mecca. Oh, what a beautiful name. Alright, no more further ado. Let's just quickly zoom out on the monthly. I see we've got a lot of viewers on Twitter, so please come through to YouTube, smash the likes for us. And yeah, we're going to do more live trading streams next week, so get used to it. And let me know your setups, right? I got some beautiful setups to show. We got FARTCOIN, we got LAUNCHCOIN, we got Dupe. We're also obviously going to dig into this WLFI, Justin Sun debacle. And then, yeah, we got a lot of altcoins to look at. I got a nice list, and a lot of them have juicy setups. But what I want to do first is get a nice market outlook. And yeah, the FARTCOIN trade is looking very nice. We've been wanting to trade FARTCOIN for a while, and it looks like the trade is absolutely coiling up beautifully. Alright, very cool to see the crew in the building. Okay, so the first thing I just want to mention here on the monthly, everybody's been talking about this 8-year trend line, right? So I thought that I just had to check it out. If you want to zoom out as far as you can on Bitcoin, make sure that you go on your trading view to the dollar index, right? So the Bitcoin US dollar index, because that is the chart that will give you the longest outlook. And very simple, we can see that there's something, you know, very important to take note of here. If you need to learn about trend lines, go to the crypto trading tutorials playlist, learn about the trend lines. But on the monthly here, you know, it's debatable about where exactly to draw this trend line. And of course, there is a channel here too. But if we try and connect, you know, the most touch points that we can, it looks like something very interesting is happening here. If we take this first cycle top, or second cycle, okay, first cycle, second cycle top, and we connect these little wiki wicks, boom, mad liquidity all the way down at 18,000. That's actually probably third cycle. And then connected obviously all the way up to this final 69k double top. What's this reverse harami called again? Reverse harami, I guess. Alright, and then we can see obviously the very important significance that it's having for us right now, and it looks like we're just sitting above it, right? So the main thing I want to stress here is caution in everything you do with Bitcoin, with Ethereum. Yes, there's mad volume coming into Ethereum, but same thing with Bitcoin. I just want to stress that we are high up. Right, I don't think it's nearly the end of the cycle. I think we've got a beautiful route to 150k and above, and a lot of OGs do agree with me. But we also have some huge magnets pulling us down that we're going to go into, right? And just be aware, yes, we're sitting above this trend line now, but if we reject below this trend line, this ain't your average trend line, y'all. This is an 8-year trend line. This is nothing chilled, alright? This is the trend line for the ages. If we reject from here, we're looking at a lacquer dump. Not just a dump, but what we call a correction. right? We're looking for a correction. We could easily dump 20, 30% from this trend line, and we're on the edge. We're on the edge. So I would say max 30%, 75k on Bitcoin. Be reasonable, right? Keep a lot of liquidity on the side. Keep your dollar cost averaging on Bitcoin going. And of course, just don't over leverage into anything. All right, if we look at the candle reading, we can see we have some not quite shooting stars, kind of inverted hammers going here, and we can see 25 days left on this candle. This could even be a harami at support. We might get a nice move up from here. We can see that this candle has not been engulfing, right? We didn't get the bearish engulfing candle, and always good to just be aware of the candle reading because it's so important, right? You see that shooting star. What happened after that shooting star? That was your 27% dump. Do not sleep on your candle reading. I love it. I mean, look at this evening star formation, and sure, just a place that I love to spend my time. You know, the learning is huge every time you do candle reading. Look at that hammer. Look at that beautiful trend. Inverted hammer, morning star, beautiful. And yeah, come take part in our candle reading sessions in the Bybit South Africa Telegram group. If you're not up to date with the candle reading, even go to Bybit Learn. I'm also going to be starting a playlist on candle reading where I'm going to go through candle anatomy, candle basics, all candle patterns. Yeah, brother, we're looking at a live trade, but it's Friday. So we might do some degen, right? We might have some fun on the degen, but I don't want to be too degen because everything I do right now is either copy trading. All of my OGs and my homies, my friends, my family copy trading me, putting their faith in me. Or it's WSOT, right? Those are my two accounts. So we're not going to be willy-nilly today. I really want to trade FARTCOIN, and FARTCOIN is a bit degen, but the FARTCOIN setup that we have is coming from Bitman, right? Most of us know he just took a TP on his 18,000% ETH trade. That's 180x. And he actually took that trade live in the YouTube stream with us. And I got stopped out in the YouTube stream, right? 100x. It was just $20, but we got stopped out like 50% loss or something on the $20. And at that stop loss, Bitman actually said, he said, bro, double down. Like, your stop loss is at a stop hunt point. You're getting hunted, right? And we got hunted, and I said, cool, let's look for lower levels. That was when Bitcoin was at 1,800. It pumped directly from the stop hunt up to that $5,000, right? We would have had 180x. That's 180 times $20 at $5,000. So learning all the way, right? And yeah, we've got a really cool way of entering that I want to look at for the FARTCOIN. All right, we're discussing with Bitman today the idea of using tools to have ladder entries on leverage to basically have an average entry price. I know it's quite a pro vibe, but you can even simplify it, right? Many times we've said if you have an entry, have a zone, and at the top of that zone, say it's a long, at the top of that zone, enter with an amount, but don't let it be your full amount. Right? If it snipes, if you're a sniper and it snipes and it goes up to your TPs, that's great. But if it comes down into the middle of your zone, that's where you want to average out your entry. And of course, you've got to keep it realistic at all times. Okay, let's move. Actually, maybe on the monthly here, we could also see a channel. All right, let's see if we can pull out a monthly channel on this top side resistance. So it looks like we're threatening, right? Things are threatening a big dump, and we can see this would be your ultimate buy, right? And that's not out of the question. 60k on Bitcoin is not out of the question by any regards. And these monthly timeframes are super important. Of course, you know, this is mostly for spot, but you can also look at swing trading, these kinds of things. If you get the dump and rejection, it looks like a pretty clear move down to the median line, and we can see how bullish this zone around this median line is. So important. And yeah, these monthly timeframes are great, and it's always nice, you know, I always say this, take a naked chart. When you come to the charts, take a naked chart. I see Crypto Cloud in the building. What's up? What's up? D-Star, let's go. A-Go stuck, gapped, pumped to the upside. Hope the price keeps going on. Avgo, interesting. Looking forward to the candle playlist. Nice, nice. Wish is in the building. How to use Tuffy indicator. Alright, so I'm not going to do the full tutorial on the Tuffy OB indicator, but it's insane. I'm getting to use it. I'm getting to know how to use it properly, and through using it, I'm actually learning how to be an SMC OG. It's been amazing, and I'm gonna go into the indicator, not on the monthly, right? The order blocks on the monthly are gonna be a little bit crazy, but we're gonna go into it from the weekly. Wish, welcome, welcome. Yeah, the market is super choppy, which is why I'm just so proud of us, right? Because we're keeping our heads above water with P&L. Our win rate is really nice because we're being extra conservative. I have gotten some DMs that say, yo, let's be more risky, like, I'm here to risk, let's wait till stop loss. But, you know, if you're in a challenge, if you're in a competition, I've learned a few things from Tuffy and Tantric and Token Breaker and Ahmed XM, right? The way to trade a challenge is to be super conservative, and then also to be very, very safe. If you see profits, take it, right? Take your risk off the table as soon as possible, and then also trade with your profits, right? So that you don't go into a loss. So if you make some profits, then that's the amount that you start risking. And yeah, it's been hard, but it's still early days. We're gonna keep to the plan. We're gonna keep going, right? I mean, there was an ETH trade just now that I was chatting to Tantric about, and I didn't take it because it was 100x, and I thought, let me just keep the crew chilled, and it just hit full TP, boom. But all good. We're getting more confident, and the win rate is good, which is nice. It's nice to keep it chilled. All right, let's do quick candles on the weekly. I know I'm speaking a lot. I've got a lot of nice things to actually share with the crew, a lot of fun things. So let's get through the TA. All right, weekly candles, super, super important. We can see we got double shooting star, right? First shooting star on the weekly. And I mean, most of us know how to trade this shooting star pattern. It's pretty simple, and we can see that, yeah, we did get a nice 5% dump from the first shooting star. We also then got, wow, look at that, 8.5% from the next shooting star. We can also see how the previous bullish engulfing gave us a nice trend. So please don't sleep on these candles. I mean, look at this Harami, then the liquidity sweep, and then this beautiful trend. If you don't know your candles, start to learn them. And if you're not starting naked, right, on the weekly, just learn to start naked on the weekly. All right, taking it slow, keeping it chilled. One thing I do want to look at here is the RSI. We haven't gotten any weekly divs since this last bear div. The weekly bear divs have been really, really nice. And I think I'm actually going to set an alert now because this will be a nice swing. I've got huge FOMO on the last Bitcoin trade because we so perfectly nailed the zone on the daily. We literally put a line there at the sniper, and then on Monday I was too focused on the altcoins. In the back of my head I said, like, what's Bitcoin doing? But no, altcoins, altcoins, altcoins. And actually it hit our sniper level. Oh, and it pumped so nice, and we'd still be in profit. We would have raked in so many gains. And it was just a learning, right? Like, if you make a setup, like, follow that setup. Make sure you keep your eyes on that setup. Set the alert. Enter at the setup if there's enough confluence. So a lot of learnings here, but yeah. Weekly RSI, I'm actually going to set an alert now because we can see that the last 3 bearish divergences on the weekly RSI have been beautiful. Look at this bear. Directly from the print all the way at that shooting star, we actually got a 30% correction. Right, another bear div, shooting star, again, 30% correction. Then this little hidden bear div, right? A hidden bear div is when you get a bearish divergence inside the momentum zone. So they're not as powerful. We can also see less of an angle. Watch the RSI tutorial in the crypto trading tutorials if you need to know about these bear divs. But I mean, even this hidden bear div, and the hidden bear divs, you have to scalp more, right? Take more initial profits, etc. Be less greedy with your TPs. But we can see even here, very, very nice. We got the doji, which means the indecision. Let's zoom in a little bit here. And price action candle reading in combination with something like a momentum indicator is super, super powerful. I'm loving the chilled beats. All right, there's the doji, right? That means that now the buyers and the sellers are in headlock battle and they're getting confused. They're both getting a little bit exhausted. All right, Paul, I know we have a secret, right? I know Paul's watching and I know you have a secret, but I am brimming to share the secret with this crew because it's something that I've really wanted to bring to this channel for a long time. And man, I'm super impressed, right? And I know it's a secret. I know it's NDA that I'm signing and all of this. And I know, yeah, you're currently silent on this. But let me know if I can break the news and show it to the crew because I'm desperate, man. Or let me know if you or if you first want to sign NDA, whatnot. All right, anyway, bearish engulfing candle. And then boom, we had this nice move. Even from, let's go directly, you know, anywhere in this candle, we had this nice move of 8% down, which is the hidden bearish divergence. And what we're seeing now is we didn't get a bear div because we made a higher high on momentum, right? Of course, a bear div is lower high on momentum while you get a higher high on price. And what we have seen now is technically just healthy uptrend. Technically just healthy uptrend, but what we're seeing is that there could be a possibility, and I mean this didn't print because it's tiny, but you can see even here. Right, look at this little mini bear div that played out. And of course, you'll see that on the daily, you'll see that on the 4 hour, but you can see it here. You can see it here. Do you see how RSI was trying to reach up? All right, there it is, trying to go into overbought. Didn't make it. There it makes a lower high. What did price do? It made a higher high. Price was going up, momentum was coming down. Of course, you can see that on the lower time frames, but you can see it here on the weekly. And what I'm going to do, and you can do this with me, try not to wait for my signals. Make the alerts that I do also make, like, you know, learn to fish instead of just taking fish. But what we want here is the condition. We want a bear div. Let's see if it can give us a bear div. All right. Regular bearish divergence, and I've been doing this thing where I put it once per minute, so it just drives me insane, so I see the alert no matter what. And let's actually pull it out to next month, and we're going to set a few alerts. And yeah, I've been backtesting a lot of these strategies with the alerts. You can see here my alerts have been going off, and that jump trade was exceptional. I backtested it, right? I didn't take it, so don't think that I also don't backtest, because I do. And it just hit full TP. And it was SMC from Tuffy's indicator. The backtests are looking great. All right, anyway. Weekly RSI bear divs looking good. All right, I want to see if this is picking up anything here. So we can see that on the weekly, we've just come into a nice big bullish order block with a weak high at the top. So it's telling us two things, right? We haven't got a fair value gap that has printed yet. And I'm not going to do fixed range volume profile yet. We're going to go into that on the daily. But what we can see here is that this is nice bullish territory. So that's the first thing to keep in mind. And I don't think that we've missed the opportunity completely for the long here. When we'll look at the daily, we'll see the high chance of going up to the POC that's sitting around here and going up to value area high that's sitting around here. But this value area low is big, and this bullish order block is big. We've eaten up a little bit of that liquidity, but this candle is giving us a massive order block, and this area here could be another opportunity for a snipe, right? We can see what's happening here. Bitcoin's struggling in this trend, struggling to break this trend. And yeah, it could send us down to a nice position that I'm looking at in this zone. The last position that we drew out like this, I mean, the FOMO is massive because yeah, we got several opportunities to enter and we slept on it, and we're not going to let that happen again, right? The next Bitcoin trade we are going to nail. All right, so what do we see here on the daily? Let's take the order blocks out for now. But as soon as we go to the daily, we can see that RSI is so important. And what I'm going to do here is let's quickly go back and see the previous few divs on RSI. You know, always do this before you set an alert. See how the divs have been behaving. And awesome to have everybody here. Thank you so much. I know it's been a while since the live stream. So let me know if you are watching. Let me know if you are watching. Following, beautiful. Yeah, BTC was on fire. I had such FOMO because I was like so focused on the alts, and then we missed the BTC trade that we had perfectly set up. Always be conservative, don't go aggressive. So we'll go a little bit more aggressive after WSOT, right? But for now, we're just keeping it very chill. All right, Avgo is the ticker for Broadcom stock, which is a Nancy Pelosi stock. Interesting. All right, I'm also gonna start trading some Forex because yeah, I'm very impressed with Tuffy's win rate on Forex. We're gonna join in. All right, but let's just have a look. I mean, most of us know that the previous two bull divs have been really nice. We can see that the stop hunts are around. Right, so like here, if we had have entered this bull div, which is very nice, we can see that we would have needed at least a nice area for our stop. And of course, you can use your fixed range volume profile for that. Let's check out what our fixed range volume profile would have told us in this zone. And I mean, it's telling us all the way down here for stop, right? Which is a very risky trade because the risk to reward isn't that great. But basic learning here is that bull divs are fire on the daily as long as you're able with your leverage to give a little bit of buffer, or you would have got stopped out and then played out way past your target above value area, actually created a new range, which is just disappointing. Yeah, so we've used trailing stops on 2 of our trades so far, and it's been super useful. And I know some of the group doesn't know how to use the trailing stop, so maybe I'll do a little bit of a trailing stop demo today. You can also go to my TikTok. Right, it's very simple. The only thing that's confusing about trailing stop is the maths of the retracement. Right, I like to do the retracement by price. And it's super easy. It's super easy. You just have to like minus the price of where you want it. And what I've been doing is at break even, if it's a scalp, I've been setting at TP1, I've been setting a stop loss at break even that trails, which is nice if the coin's dumping because it'll help you pick up, instead of just a break even, it'll help you pick up more profits, right? That's the whole point. All right, but let's quickly have a look at these other hidden bear divs. All right, so there was a little pump, right? If it's a hidden div, bull or bear, you take your profits quick, right? You take your profits quick and you put your stop loss to break even. Again here, we see the stop hunt after the bull div. Does everyone see that? Because the whales know, oh, it's a bull div. Everyone's entering. They want to hunt you. So they give you the hidden bull div, they hunt you, and then they give you the nice pump. So what I've been discussing with Bitman is this whole plan of you enter the trade at the bull div, but you enter it with minimal margin, and then as it comes lower, you max your margin at the stop hunt level. And you can see the momentum coming in. Of course, you can also see that on, CVD. So what you get here is, first of all, the bull div, which is clear as day. You see lower price and you see higher high, and then you get momentum coming in, right? While you get this stop hunt and you get the beautiful move. And this one was just a nice little scalp, but always good to backtest these. We can see on the daily this bear div, nice trade. All right, this bear div. So let me just zoom in. I know some of you are on mobile, but this is what we call a double bearish divergence. So we got our first bearish divergence right here, and we got this nice trade. Then we got another bearish divergence right here. Where is it? We got this nice trade. Very cool. So what we're learning here is that these are tradable on the daily. On the weekly, they're much more banger, but of course they take much longer to come. So we can trade these on the daily, but we got to be careful of stop hunts. And if it's a hidden divergence, we got to take profits quick. Leave something in the trade, but take profits quick. And we can see if we just had have entered at this one, it's a legendary trade. There was so much telling us, right? Not just this bearish divergence. There was so much telling us, but that's a 13% down on Bitcoin. Really, really cool. So what I'm going to do here is also set the alert on the daily. And this indicator is just the RSI divergence indicator. It's really helpful because it just saves you time. If you can save time, right? Of course, as traders, we can see the bullish and bearish divergences. But I've been using this indicator for a long time now, and it's really accurate, and it's just cool. It just helps you when it prints them for you. It's like, oh wow, you know, that's confirmation of this bearish divergence. So it looks like the next thing we might be headed for is this kind of a setup, which is a bullish divergence. I'm also going to go into Market Cipher B a little bit later on. Really cool to see Gibson's rewards going a little bit viral there on Twitter. Absolutely awesome. That's the most likes and views I've gotten on a tweet in a long time. And you know what? It's just nice. Share the love. It's just so cool. I'm so proud of Gibson. Someone invite him to the stream. Someone pop him a DM. His ears must be itching, right? That's what we say when we're talking about someone. His ears must be itching right now. Alright, smash the likes if you are with us, and just keep this chat hot. I'm speaking a lot. Like a rat, my mouth is moving. But I want to hear from the crew. Serpo, what's up? Alright, if you're watching on Twitter, drop us a message, come to YouTube. But we can see something happening here. We are moving down from the top down to the bottom, and we're going to look for the next div. So what I want to do here is I want to set 2 alerts here on this RSI, and we want the bull. This is daily. This should pop off. I think in the next 2 weeks we're going to get one of these within WSOT, and it's going to be a nice swing. And we have to get the next Bitcoin trade, right? The FOMO is too real from that last, that Bitcoin trade on Monday. We should be in it, y'all. We should be in it, but we were sleeping. We were trading alts while Bitcoin was filling our entry. All right, and I'm also going to set the bear div because these bear divs have been super profitable. Alright, I also hope everybody has been following my instructions, right? When we give... Let me just get this done. Regular bearish divergence. You know I'm not a signal kind of guy. I rather teach people to fish. But when I am giving signals now, I hope you're following the instructions, right? Because it's very important. I want you to all have your own risk management. But I'm also looking out for the crew's bottom line. So if I say close, close, right? If I say stop loss here, stop loss there. If I say a leverage, don't go 100x that, right? Just listen. For your own trades, of course, do as you will. But yeah, just a word of warning. I'm trying to be very careful for the crew, and I can't help if you don't follow the risk management that I'm giving, right? Of course. If we're live in an anime world, Gibson would be sneezing and wondering who's talking about me. Interesting, interesting. Alright, very cool that the crew's here. I do appreciate you that are here. I haven't actually created a giveaway. Today has been a big rush. Maybe we'll push the giveaway to one of next week's streams, but I do also... I feel like that y'all that are here with me deserve something, right? It's super awesome that you are here. Alright, going nice and slow. Let's keep it going. Okay, so most of you know pretty much one of my favorite drawing tools is the fixed range volume profile. And let's just check it out on this range. Of course, go to the crypto trading tutorials if you need to know how to use it. But this is, you know, basically why I'm kicking myself, because we were in a Bybit live stream on Wednesday, right? And we identified the high volume node. So I just want to zoom in here so everybody can see, but most of you know how we work with volume nodes, and everyone knows this is the value area low, right? And everyone can see. It's a little bit hard to see right now because it's covered by a candle. That's why I'm trying to just zoom it in here. But do you see this little bit of volume? That little bit of volume is super important. And this is what we did. We said, okay, this is the value area low. Where is going to be statistically the best place to go long in this value area low? And we said it's right there because that is what we call a high volume node. And it's also, of course, creating a high volume zone between this node and this node. But if we snipe, if we look for a level, we look for that high volume node, we take a horizontal line and we clap it there. And what happened? This is why I'm kicking myself. It's like we're trying so hard to milk the altcoins, and there Bitcoin goes and hits our level 3 times. We had 3 opportunities. The first one Okay, we didn't want to enter because it's a Friday. The second one, okay, we're touching grass, it's a Saturday. But this third one, right, we had no excuse. There was no excuse. The only reason I didn't enter this is because I fucked up, right? I was too focused on the altcoins. Like, how do we miss that third bounce, y'all? And this is why I need you guys to be there for me too. Put this stuff on your charts. Remind me in my DMs. Jordan, it's at your level. Why aren't you entering the trade that you mapped out? Right? RSI was breaking through beautifully on the stochastic at that moment. Everything was lining up. We didn't enter the freaking trade. I mean, this 4 hour. If you look at the 4 hour, it's like, hey, at 10 a.m. my time. Right, I might have still been in my morning routine, etc., trying to do my yoga, whatnot. But here, no, man. I was literally trading alts at this time, 6 p.m. Guys. Oh, and of course, it's not a loss, right? It's a missed entry. A lot of people say there's nothing worse than a missed entry. Of course, there's a lot of things worse than a missed entry. A stop loss is worse. A liquidation is worse than a missed entry. A missed entry at the end of the day can be very empowering. It's like your analysis was right. It's like a back test, right? Of course, it hurts. It hurts because even now we would be sitting in this lovely 3%. And we would have, of course, done 10, 15x or something like that. Alright, so feel the happiness, feel the pain with me. And then, I mean, it's just so nice, right? How we made it back above value area low. We also then came down to test value area low, and we got another move. And now we're going to start going into the order blocks. Alright, who's here right now? I want to know who's here. And VSProtocol. Are you in our crew, brother? Are you in our crew? What's your name on Telegram? But yeah, it's not going to happen again. Let's not let this happen again where we snipe a move and we don't freaking happen. We don't make it happen on Bybit, right? Crypto Cloud is present. Let's go. Alright, keep that chat hot. Let me know what altcoins you want to look at. I'm not going to ramble on for too much longer. I just wanted y'all to share in my frustration here because, I mean, it was so clear. Alright, what I want to pull up here. Okay, so there's two more things that gave us really nice confluence. They are the SMC order blocks, and there's two quick things I want to look at here. So first of all, here we see how nice, this order block has actually been playing out. Very cool, but what I want to show here is the overlap, right? And this is a huge learning. When you see two bullish order blocks overlapping, this is the sign of a sniper level of liquidity. Right, this is where we could have really sniped an entry even after missing it. And we can see how nice these order blocks, even last night, right, for those of you who were trading with us, and we closed out the trade we were in because ETH was dumping and things were looking crap, things were looking choppy. And the lesson learned there was trust the order blocks, right? Manage your risk according to the order blocks, but trust your order blocks because they work. They work. We got the move up from these order blocks to the bearish order block. We've now also got perfectly the direct move from the bearish order block. We should have entered a low risk, low margin trade at the bearish order block, which of course is TP1 from this bullish order block. But it's also an opportunity for a scalp short, which we also missed. Alright, I don't like to short so close to the value area low, but this could have been a 15-minute short from this 4-hour bearish order block. Alright, I hope everyone's following me. Let's actually go back to the daily. And this is why I'm saying that there still could be a really nice long here. There still could be a very, very nice long here from this larger bullish order block. And I'm actually going to draw it in, because we ain't going to miss this one. We ain't going to miss this one. What I like about this one is it's a juicy risk to reward ratio. It's also really, really, like, we can see how strong that order block is. We can see that it's the depths of the value area low. And, if we lose this level, that's when we can start really looking out for a move down to this level. And this is where I will employ the strategy of opening small here and adding tiny here, but a little bit more, tiny here, but a little bit more, tiny here. And we can see from the order blocks that they're filling close to the bottom. And of course, you can't add too much. You still need to only risk 3 to 5% of your portfolio, of your trading portfolio at the stop loss. Right? But this is the next big trade here on the bullish side that I'm looking for. And we can see the RSI is lining up really nice here as well. Really nicely, right? If we get this kind of a move, some kind of move like that, yeah, things could be juicy. Of course, it's not going to be that simple. I don't know why we have to have WSOT in September, honestly. It's like, hey, here's a trading competition where all of your P&L is super transparent, but we're also going to put it in historically the most violent month for trading. It's like a practical joke that Ben plays on the world. But I also think it's really cool because, you know, those who come out on top in WSOT, like, yes, there's luck involved, but it is epic to get what some people are getting, 20,000% P&L in these conditions. Like, yes, some of them are just lucky, right? But most of them they're just incredible traders. And at the moment, we see some of the squads per person in the squad are looking at $10,000 plus in rewards. And it's just like, man, those traders deserve a pat on the back, right? They deserve that $10,000 because they've been through years of pain and now they're finally good enough. All right, so then under that order block, we have what I just referred to as, you know, such a nice snipe. We have two bullish order blocks overlapping. We cannot ignore this. And this is also why, I mean, these could be two beautiful trades, one after another. So that would be that trade there. We could even snipe it and say, okay, we'll only enter where the order blocks start to overlap. But it's a lower risk trade because it's got a higher risk to reward. And what might happen here is we might even get the entry here and then hit a TP or two and then come here and actually sweep proper liquidity and come all the way up to the high. We don't know what's going to happen, but here it is, right? This is what we're looking at. Yes, this is a slightly longer term outlook, but this is daily swings that we're looking at here on Bitcoin, and it's looking good. We might have missed the nice juicy move here to POC up again to value area high and to bearish order block, right? We will not sleep if we get this bearish divergence again like we got it here. This bearish divergence and this bearish engulfing candle has created a massive bearish order block here. So I'm even going to draw that in because that might come first. But then it's looking like this. And this is how you swing, right? You don't do anything in this zone, nothing. But once we start to come out of this zone, we can start to look at it. So yeah, it will be hard if we miss this entry there, but let's go up to value area high. Alright, let's channel the sniper energy. Alright, what's happening? Still believe we will lose that zone. Coming to your entry there, my best target on ETH. Alright, so we're going to look at ETH, but it's nice to hear that I'm making sense on BTC. Market structure shift, also many more confluence. Yeah, so we haven't quite gotten the change of character here on the daily, because you can see here that we haven't really broken this trend, right? BTC is struggling. We might stay stuck inside this trend all the way down to this trade. But if we break out here, there's a nice move to POC. No FOMO. We didn't get on the move. We were sleeping. We missed it. Cool. We wait for the bearish swing, or we wait for the bullish swing. And things are looking nice and clear here. Of course, the price action is not going to be chilled. We have learned that in the past few nights. Like, the price action, ETH last night, like, what was that? 3% dump in a 15-minute candle, even today. But what's interesting is on those 15-minute dumps and pumps, there were order blocks there. And that's what I'm learning, right? Trust the order blocks. Okay, we're doing well for time. Lovely to have the core crew in here. I don't know where the rest of the crew is, right? We've got like 35 reactions on the post about a live stream, but now there's like 10 of my OG homies in here. Okay, well, we got 44 watching. So those on Twitter, come through to YouTube, because YouTube is where I like to hang, right? I don't like Elon anymore. I don't like X. Okay, no, X is still a great platform. Alright, I need to work on how to identify bearish structure. It's the same as bullish, right? But opposite. It's the same as bullish, but opposite. Just gotta look for that break of structure, change of character, and y'all can hear how I'm leaning into SMC. There we go. Missed opportunities are never bad, as it's a lesson. Yeah, being on the sidelines is never bad, honestly. It's like back testing. It just really helps. Don't even mess with me. How cool would it be if Michael Jordan released a token and he called it Jordan? How cool would that be? And I don't even know if I'm supposed to tell you, y'all, but Tuffy asked me to launch a meme coin with him. And we had this long debate about how I hate meme coins. And like, you know, 99.8% of meme coins are pump and dump, and they're scams, and they just make the founders rich. And yeah, like, you know, what it's doing to the name of crypto. Crypto has a bad enough name already. And like how I like utility, right? I like tokens that work, like Cardano, MNT, and you have to be an OG. You have to be Charles Hoskinson or Ben Zhu to launch a token like that. And then, yeah, basically Tuffy's response, I wish Tuffy was with us. I know he's a little bit injured right now. Tuffy, let us know if you are with us. But it was actually such a fun debate. And basically he said that he also loves utility, and it would have utility, and it would be one of the tokens, you know, that are actually cool, like FARTCOIN. And FARTCOIN's like, I think well, if you look at FARTCOIN, if you look at SHIB, you look at Doge. Okay, yes, on SHIB and Doge there's manipulation. But there are some of the tokens that really haven't been pumped and dumped by the founders. Alright, FARTCOIN, I mean, it's so cool. Like, token by the traders for the traders. But it's like 1 in a million. It's like, oh wow, FARTCOIN behaves because no one's manipulating it. But the rest of the meme coins, you know, they're just terrible. So, interesting debate. And I'm actually going to go through a couple of what we call unicorns. Right? Because I've been friends with a bro, literally a crypto bro degen called Crypto Chef. And he has a group called Crypto Chef Cooks. Check it out on Telegram. I'll also drop the link, maybe even sometime in my Trading Academy. I've been keeping it quiet because I like to keep this crew safe, right? And most of the time, unicorn hunting with meme coins is like gambling. Okay, unicorn hunting with meme coins is gambling. Let me just put it that way. But what I like about this guy is that he knows that it's gambling, right? So he treats it as such. And he's become so good at it, at analyzing the meme coins for what they are. And yeah, it's just really cool. So I was also on a live stream last night with Grey BTC. I don't know if any of you know Crypto Hustle, Grey BTC. He's like one of the biggest South African traders of all time. Super OG. And we're becoming tight now. But I was on a stream of his and we were looking at a whole lot of meme coins. And it's actually just really funny. And it turns out that the meme coins that do the best are the ones that are funny, right? It really does seem like humor is giving the edge to the meme coins. It's so interesting. So I have a few that I want to share with the crew. I also need to quickly do something for the Bybit Africa ambassador. He needs a hand with something. So in 5 minutes, I will, just take 1 minute to quickly do something for him. But for now, let's move. Okay, so other than this, there's this very interesting channel that we can't sleep on. And for now, I'm going to take the order blocks out just so this chart is not too confusing. We've put in, you know, the trade levels at the order blocks, so that's cool. And who's enjoying WSOT, right? Like, I hope everyone's just like having a laugh, right? Managing your risk and having a laugh, because at the end of the day, like, we can't take life too seriously. Guys, we gotta have a go, we gotta have a laugh, we gotta enjoy life, right? If you're sitting there looking at the candles for hours going like this, like stressing, you're gonna get cancer, right? You're gonna die in the next 10 years. Like, have some fun with it. Manage your risk enough that you feel like, hey, this is fun, this is cool. Otherwise, please, just step away, right? And I get there too. I get there too sometimes, where you want a revenge trade, where you're staring at the candles and you're no longer thinking, oh, cool, you know, I've got my stop loss there. This is a good risk to reward. You're looking at it and you're like, please, please, just pump, please, just like pump. And if you find yourself in that zone, like, trust me, just exit the trades, step away, do something fun, go be with the people you love, go be in nature. And that's just advice from the heart, right? Okay, so very important to always keep in mind this channel that we're looking at here. Very, very nice channel. And I like the daily here because it gives us enough candle bodies. Another way to draw this out is to actually go out to the weekly and draw this massive channel in. If you're struggling to find, you know, if there's too many candles on the daily, like to get the perfect levels. Of course, I've been drawing channels for many years now, but if you zoom out to the weekly here, I try to get these candle bodies and wicks. Like, that's what you have to look for. The most candle bodies and wicks that you can find. And it is finicky, so like play around with a little bit, but try to get wicks and candle bodies. Like, first just draw it in and then come back to your bottom one and like try and align it. And then try and see, okay, you know, that was where we first tested it. That was where we tested it as a support and resistance flip. Then we came down here to see a dump from there. Then we can clearly see the balloon trying to get through this level. Then we clearly see the pump. We can see the significance, right? At the top, we get the shooting star. We get the dump all the way down to the bottom of the channel. And now already we're like, dang, these levels are significant levels. We cannot ignore this channel. And it's as easy as that, right? It takes 2 seconds. Draw it in, find the levels, and now on the weekly, I mean, look at that. Boom! So nice. And then boom, bearish divergence. So nice. This channel is in play. And it's another kick yourself move because we've had this channel. We've had this channel now for a while. Okay, you know what? Let me quickly help out Uncle Very. A lot of you know Uncle Very, what a legend, but please give me 2 seconds. Give me 2 seconds and just drop your alpha in the chat for me. It's time to take gains and survive the winter. I love it. Who's Dub? Who's Dub? Are you new? Are you new? So we are taking our gains, bro. We're taking our gains. But I'm ready for the winter. Bring the winter. I want low prices on Bitcoin. I want to stack up the alts more. Yeah, Gray is cool. I was so impressed with him last night, hey? Or was it the night before? But yeah, we had a good time chatting. I've always wanted to like be his mate because he seems super cool. He's like an OG. But yeah, super cool. I will be visiting him in Dubai. He's going to be in the studio with us. I'm going to be in his studio. It's going to be a vibe. Alright, 2 seconds. Please, 2 seconds. Sorry, crew.
All right, Jordan. Thanks a lot. All right, all right. I'll do that. Thank you, thank you. Yeah.
All right, I'm back. I'm back. What's up? What's up? All right, Big Dreams is here. D-Star's here. Dollar Jaw. Dollar Jaw. Oh my god, that'll be the day, right, that I sell out. Imagine, imagine. All right, we got 50 viewers, but most of them are on Twitter, so come through to my office in the YouTube. And if you are here, please do smash the likes for me. Okay, so back to the charts, right? What we can see here is beautiful confluence. You can see the move. Remember the confluence that we had here with the order block? It's also giving us very, very nice confluence at the bottom of the weekly channel. What we can also see here is this sniper trade that we missed. It had, you know, this value area low, like so beautiful, you know. Look at the confluence that we're getting with the value area low of this micro range with the median line of the weekly channel. So try to draw in this channel on the weekly, and then you can head to the daily. And yeah, we were also chatting with Bitman about this fixed range volume profile of the previous range. So what we can see here is that the retest of the previous range value area high was also confluence for our value area low move up, and we can see now that we're struggling to break that, right? We're struggling to break that. Okay, so I believe y'all heard Very speaking. No stress. Luckily, he didn't dox me or anything. But all good, right? Very can. He can, yeah, be involved. And thank you so much for letting me know. Jess has always got my back. Lovely, lovely to have everyone here. Alright, so I hope we're all understanding, right? We're seeing where the confluence is. We're getting a much better idea of the larger time frames here. You cannot zoom in and trade lower time frames unless you do this, or you will get rickety wrecked. Okay, another thing to just keep in mind here for this baby trade right here is the CMEs. Alright, so we all know BTC1 exclamation mark is your CME chart. And we can see here, yeah, still not filled, right? Oh, look how nasty that was. Oh, this was such a nice trade. Look at that CME gap. And then boom, traveled far away and came back to the CME. So nice. And yeah, I heard someone talking about a CME. A little bit messy to see here on the daily. Let's go to the 4 hour. Yeesh. Whoa, look at the size of that CME. Crazy. And there it does look like it was filled. Not completely. So that's a little bit bullish, right? That we can see here that to fill this last CME gap completely, we'd have to come up to this 116. Yes, that's what I heard. Was that you, Crypto Cloud? He was telling us about the 116, like 117, pretty close, 116,690. To fill the top of the previous CME gap. And we can see this is a level that likes CME gaps. There was another CME gap back there. And yeah, pretty gnarly that you can only see this on the 4 hour. So there we go. POC might work out on the daily there, but just very important. This one, right? It might look small. But it's bigger. It's big enough. and it's also in the 0.618 zone. So this general level here, if we get any kind of black swan, really bad recession news, anything like that. Hashtag crypto game. What is that? On Bybit Nigeria? Awesome, man. Oh, bro, you're killing it on HU track. Killing it on HU track. I got to do a demo of HU track sometime, because I'm journaling manually at the moment, right? And it's like, it's cool. It's a nice practice. I love journaling. But the things about journaling that's annoying is trying to get like, oh, you know, typing in the entry, typing in the exit, like especially if you're a scalper and you're doing like 5-10 trades a day and you want to journal all of them. And yeah, Husseini the OG has created an epic app. So yeah, there's also an affiliate section on the app. Really cool. Spot portfolio, DEX trade, Play Store soon. I'm so proud of you, man. So proud of you. It looks like you're actually finding your niche, because I know you got dev skills. And you found a niche. Like, journaling is something we need. Right? Like, I'm busy doing this. Like, of course, I have a written journal, which I really like. I like the written form. But, I mean, this is our, you know, our WSOT journal here. Don't know why it's being so weird. 1 second. Let's see if that's better. All right. So pretty cool, right? 3 losses and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 green closes. And we can see most of them are TP1 and then BE, because we're just being super conservative, right? And there were 4 trades that I chose not to give to the crew because I thought they were a little bit risky. Those are the 4 trades that hit, I kid you not, full TP. And there was one just now on the ETH dump. And I was like, you know, I just gave the SUSDT long trade. And then, you know, the ETH dump trade was like a backup trade, 100x. And I thought, let me just leave the crew for now. Like, let them chill. And it literally hit full TP. So, have the faith. We're going to hit some full TPs, y'all. And this is good. This win rate is nice. We're looking good. P&L is still good. Alright, so anyway, 92k. I just want everybody to keep this whole zone in mind here, because it's the... Let's actually see now if this golden pocket has changed. But Fibonacci retracement from the bottom of the trend to the top of the trend. Alright, it's changed slightly, but it's pretty much this zone here. And it's got the 92k CME. So now we can come back to BTC. Gets this chart here. Yeah. Alright, so let's just drop it in there. Let's just drop it in more or less. So we got 3 trades here that look like they could all play out, and I just got a feeling about this CME. Like, we don't have to come back down to 92 ever, but I just don't want anyone to think that this is out of the question, because it's not. It's not, right? If you look at how big this upward sloping channel is, if we dump out of it, we can come down. Like, say this is a top. And, I mean, you can see how dodgy this is looking right now. Like, if we look at this channel and try to get this bottom right, like, if we put the bottom there, do you see that right now we're threatening a retest of this channel? Yeah, we're gonna look at FARTCOIN shortly. Mr. Adeoye. I think that's my favorite Nigerian name. I love Nigerian names, but Adeoye, I mean, it sounds like anime. It's too cool. We can do Doge for sure. But do y'all see what I'm seeing here? Like, if we reject here, then it's Fibonacci retracement time from this level. And what's happening? Look at that. if we Fibonacci retrace golden pocket from this entire trend with a rejection there, and Trump can do this to us. All Trump has to do is increase tariffs or drop some bombs on a country. You know, we also have a whole nother conflict that's happening in Asia. It's like the economy is on the edge. And I think rate cuts are going to be amazing. So that's something I actually want to look at. Does anybody really understand what's happening with the upcoming potential rate cut? I'm going to ask ChatGPT just now. And, you know, I was chatting about it with Gray BTC, and he is under the opinion that when the rate cut comes, everything's going to pump. It's going to be altcoin season. And that's what he's prepping for. But this can still take some time, and I believe it's a while. And this could be a crazy setup. All right, some kind of black swan crazy recession event that pushes us down to the actual golden pocket level, 92k CME gap, then the rate cut comes into play, and it does look healthy. Of course, we can keep going like this. We can keep going. But this would also be nice and healthy for a larger move. Does everybody see that market structure? Okay, so we've done a lot of higher time frame now. And I love it. Something I also want to do higher time frame is a quick look at some EMAs. Alright, quick look at some EMAs on BTC. And maybe I'll start trading some BTC on copy trading. Alright, let's first look at the 50 over 200 on the daily, and yeah, also giving a little bit of a bearish picture here. Right, most of us know death cross, golden cross still in play and moving up, but what we can see is now we've broken through the 50, which could mean a move down to the 200. It usually does. Alright, look at that, break through the 50, retest. What happened here? Break through the 50, retest, move down to the 200. Break through the 50, retest, possible move down to the 200. Keep it in mind. Then what could happen, of course it would take time. We'd first need to, with price, break the 200. But then what could happen is this kind of death cross. And yeah, this death cross was one of those mad fakies. ENA, FARTCOIN, Sol. Alright, we've already got FARTCOIN faux show. And yeah, we are trading ENA. Let me add it quickly. Nice, God. Yeah, we definitely need to look at Sol. Awesome, man. Okay, let me add Doge as well. And I'm actually psyched to get into the FARTCOIN analysis because I've been wanting to trade FARTCOIN for a while, and yeah, it's looking good. Alright, so these EMAs, as I say, looking slightly bearish until we break back above the 50 with price. If we do, we can see that, you know, once we retest that 50 to the downside, usually it does mean that another dump is coming. It can happen where we retest at the downside, then we come back up above it, but as you can see, once it starts pointing down, yeah, it tends to mean that larger time frames, something evil lurks, and we can see this 50 EMA now is pointing down. So just want everyone to be aware of that. What's that? The loss on 50x. Oh, is that a FARTCOIN loss? Profits are big with the loss on 50x. What does that mean? Did you make profits or did you make a loss? Yeah, man, so proud of you, bro. So proud of you. Yeah, so now I've just learned the lesson. Trust the order blocks, right? Trust the order blocks above anything else because they are what's playing out. I'm going to show you on the low time frames now. Oh man, like a few minutes ago I was like, no, this is 100x, this is too risky. It was from Tantric, who's doing well and such a lovely human being. Tantric, are you with us, bro? I invited Tantric, but you know, he's a very busy guy. Alright, and don't be silent. If you're here with us, let us know that you're here with us. And smash those likes for me. Let's hit a like goal, right? I didn't create a giveaway, but if y'all hit 50 likes for me, share the stream, get us 50 likes, I'll do a giveaway. I'll quickly create it. No password, just for whoever's here. Oh, where my Lani? Have we got a South African in here? This sounds like a South African. Albert Barry, welcome, welcome. Are you new to the chat? Okay, nice. Made profits, both ETH, BTC, and FART. Good going, brother. Share us the setups. If anybody wants to share a setup, hop in my Discord. Right, the Discord link should be in the description. It's definitely on my YouTube bio. You'll see there's a WSOT channel. Share your setups there for me, and I'll bring them on screen for everyone to see. Oh, lovely to have SA in the building. What's up? Let's go. Finally, some Afrikaans. Ah, beautiful to have you. Albert, let us know what you're trading, how long you've been trading. Let me know what you think of the stream. Smash the like, subscribe, put your notifications on, and watch my crypto trading tutorials playlist because it's empowering. Alright, I've heard beautiful stories about that crypto trading tutorials playlist, but we need to move. I said this would be a 2-hour stream. Okay, let's just go to the 4-hour quickly. We've done some nice work here. I'm proud of what we've accomplished so far today. But this is looking worse than I thought now, right? This is looking worse than I thought now. Because, I mean, could even just bring it down like this. But yeah, this channel's looking a little bit dodgy for us right now. This actually looks nice to me because this gives us the most confluence on this median line, right? And whew, Bitcoin's just holding on, y'all. Bitcoin's just holding on. There could be a beautiful move. We're not going to FOMO in. That could have been a sniper move of mad profits that we missed, and that's fine. We do not FOMO. We do not hop on a moving train. If we come up to this median line, it will be lovely. If we come up to a new all-time high, it will be lovely. No complaints. We got the DCA. We got the portfolio trades. But yeah, we just got to be ready for this, right? Anything like this, we got to be ready. Okay, a few quick things on 4-hour. So, yeah, these 4-hour divs. Just want to have a look here what's been happening with these 4-hour divs. I mean, this one was beautiful. We nailed the bear div here on the 4-hour. Lovely. Absolutely gorgeous. Swam. Also top of the channel, but yeah, bearish divergence on the 4-hour, value area high. Swam all the way down to value area low. Magnificent trade. Let's just, I mean, it's like, how can we not take these trades? Although I know, I think it was McCall, or was it Big Dreams? Someone got this trade. I think it was from Market Cypher, which, yeah, we're going to use to generate some setups shortly. But yeah, as you can see, Market Cypher nailed it. Market Cypher nailed what we call the snake eye pattern, right? So it was a little bit of a small left eye, but yeah, we can see the snake here with the tongue, right? Do you see the tongue? That's your take profit all the way down at the bottom of the snake eye pattern. One of my favorite patterns on Market Cypher. Really, really cool. I'm gonna do a little bit of a slight baby tutorial on Market Cypher shortly because it's been a while, but we can see here it came in, y'all. We got the fat red dot. We got the bear div. Like, how did we not enter this trade? 13% down on Bitcoin. And there's the next bull div, which, I mean, it gave us a pump. It was the first touch of value area low. There's the bull div somewhere there, and it did give us the 3% pump. And then we came down to that high volume node on the fixed range volume profile. Right there. But it looks like 4-hour is behaving again. There was a time when 4-hour was not behaving on Market Cypher. And we can see here there was another 4-hour bear div. And really, this is the OG indicator. This is what Jason Casper uses to make his millions of dollars. And I mean, it's crazy. I've seen Jason Casper in 3 months make $600,000 profit using this indicator. This exact indicator. The free one. And you know what? I've seen CryptoFace use this indicator. Even though he created the paid one, he still uses this free one. Because why not? It works. Alright, I just want to check here because let's just quickly like backtest by looking historically. But I mean, look at that. Look at that trade. we have to set the alerts here. Okay, so this one was invalidated. So we got to be ready for blow off tops and for invalidations. Like, that's what a stop loss is for. But we can see here on this bear div, oh, actually it did give a little drop. So you could have taken some initial profits, 4%, and then get stopped out. Right, and that's what stops are for. But what we're seeing here is, yeah, I mean, this indicator works, and we got to set the alerts and we got to use it. So it's quite simple here. You click on the indicator, and I might as well show you now, but basically you just type VMC, MCB, or just type VMC, right? It'll bring up this Fu Manchu Cypher B with divergences. This is the one I'm using. It's free for CryptoFace, for the masses, because honestly he doesn't need to make any more money. I saw him make like $12 million on a Bitcoin trade like 3 weeks ago. $12 million. He doesn't need any more money than he has. And it's almost like he's cracked the code. Market Cypher B is like a cheat code for the markets. And yeah, I want the crew to understand it more so that when I drop the signals and I say it's a Market Cypher B trigger wave or it's a Market Cypher B bearish divergence, VWAP is doing this, Money Flow is doing this, I want y'all to understand what I'm saying. Drop my setups in the Discord. That's how I want to work. That's how I want to work. Okay, nice. We'll look at them shortly. We've also got ETH and BTC. Beautiful. Alright, so I don't want to confuse the crew too much, but it's very important to know just a few things when it comes to these divergences. This one is a great example, so let me quickly show you before I set the alert. But you can't just enter them, right? Yeah, most of the time they play out, but there are other things that can give you more of an insight into whether they're going to be amazing or whether they're going to be meh. And, you know, this divergence here is only one part of the indicator, and this indicator is extremely powerful. So when you get the wave trend divergence, which is this, and if you want your Fu Manchu to look exactly like this, go to my Discord, go to the general channel, and go to the pinned. I'm pretty sure it's in the pinned. Someone check for me. But basically I've just taken out a few things that, you know, you don't need to just keep this indicator simple. Because let me tell you, this indicator, it took me a few years. It took me a few years to even get a basic understanding. But what I want y'all to understand is this is wave trend. It gives you your divergences, which it prints, but then you also need to look at VWAP. And I think Big Dreams, you use this, right? Don't think McCall's with us, but he uses it. Let me know who else uses Market Cypher B. But very important, the VWAP is a very immediate indicator. It's kind of like your stochastic, except instead of going from overbought or oversold zones, what you're looking for are the crosses from the upside to the downside. And you're looking at the shape before the cross, right? The shape that's happening before the cross. So first thing is to set your alert for the bearish and bullish divergences, which I'm going to do now. You can do it with me. Always backtest. Always go on that time frame back to the last few divergences and see if it's behaving. See how many stop losses were hit, how many nice zero drawdown trades happened. And then it's very important to understand that if you get this bearish divergence, you need to check, has the VWAP crossed from the upside to the downside? And do you see how just at the same time as the bear, this VWAP crossed to the downside? That's number one confluence that you need. You need three things for this strategy, and it's really cool. I'm going to start trading it more, because sometimes I'm like, you know, why am I not just keeping it simple? Like, why didn't we get this trade? We're too focused on all of these other things when actually we need to zone in on Market Cypher B, set the alerts, check for the VWAP, and then the third thing is the money flow pointing down, which means money is flowing out. And this money flow is the best way to analyze money in the market, because it's whale money that it's analyzing. And I love the way CryptoFace talks about this. Like, try be in his streams as much as you can. He's a legend. He's a legend. And he's funny. He's funny as hell. He's the funniest streamer I know. But he always says, Market Cypher doesn't give a shit if it's dumb money, if it's smart money, what the money is, but it tells you if the money is moving in or if the money is moving out, and you need to know that. And basically you see here, as this printed with the bear div, the money flow was pointing directly down, which means the money was leaving the market at that time, and that's all you need to know. And you can use this on any time frame, but just backtest the time frame and start on the higher time frames, because the lower time frames are of course messy as hell, right? Messy as hell, but they do work. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is you click on the indicator, you go add the alert, and then it's very important that you get the cell with the big red circle plus the div, right? That's what happened here. The big red circle plus the div. And yeah, let it notify you as many times as you want, per minute, per bar, per day. Pull out your expiration date, check that it's the same time frame as the chart, and pop it in. Then always check that the alert has been created, check that it says active. Okay, and I also want the bull. Things are confused here. We're going to have to wait for the next one, but that's why we set the alerts, so that we don't have to sit on the chart, right? Go to the beach, we go hiking, we chill with the people we love, we go traveling, whatever you need to do. Alright, then the opposite is the buy, big green circle plus the div. And I always say get a trading view plan. If you're struggling, just get a trading view plan, and once a year trading view will have like a 75% discount. So try to always renew on that day. It's very important. But get the plan. Alright, this is where we got the last one. Alright, and what you can see here is that this is a great example of why it wasn't so great. Right, so this is where we got the divergence. And we can see that VWAP did cross, so that's one level of confluence. But can everybody see here how in general money flow is pointing down? Which told us that money was still leaving the market. We didn't have a nice upwards angle on the money flow. And cool, good trade, right? But not epic like this. So now we've got daily. Wait, we set weekly, right? We set daily, and now we've set 4 hour. Let's quickly check. Alright, buy and wave trend, 4 hour. Regular bearish on the 1 day. Okay, on our RSI, and then... Okay, so we've got regular RSI. I'm going to quickly set market cipher on the daily. Hasn't been a daily bearish divergence on market cipher for a while, which tells me that it's coming. So yeah, bear with me while I quickly set this. And the best way to watch these streams is to have, if you can, 2 screens, one with your charts, one with me, right? I want you to be learning with me. Let's go. Add alert. Same thing. Right, we're going to do both. Let's do the bullish divergence first. If you don't have 2 screens, I mean, you can even do this on mobile. Trading view on mobile, you can do everything that you can do on desktop, 100%. Okay, now let's set the bear div. And yeah, obviously the better plan you have, the more alerts you can have. But it's worth it. You can see I don't even have the best trading view plan because I can't make my expiration date indefinite, which is really what you want. Okay, we're almost done with Bitcoin, y'all. Okay, so now we go to the sell, big red circle plus the div. Did I pull out the expiration? No. And I mean, yeah, these trading view alerts are absolutely amazing. And just connect them to your Bybit. It takes 5 minutes using the webhook. If anyone needs to know how to use the webhook, just Google it. But if I get an alert on TradingView, and I'm not on TradingView, I'm on Bybit, I will get the alert straight to my Bybit account. It's pretty crazy. Okay, so it's connected to my main account, not to my copy trading. But I get the alert in my Bybit account, which is absolutely awesome. Oh, another FARTCOIN setup. Hey, Paul's back in the building. Alright, so I'm guessing you want me to keep quiet on your news for now, right? Alex Becker. I've been hearing about Alex Becker, but I've never watched a stream. But I've been hearing this guy is funny. But CryptoCloud, have you watched the CryptoFace stream? Because dang, that guy cracks me up. Like one day I'll be as funny as him. And I'm almost starting to reach Jason Casper level of moving towards fitness. Next stream, you will see me walking. You will see me walking. My whole setup is ready. And I hope it's not going to be too distracting, but I'm going to be walking because everyone that I know, they've just been pushing me. They're saying, you're doing long streams, you can't sit. Right? As soon as you exercise, the endorphins flow and you become more creative. And you get this forward momentum. And I've seen Jay Casper do it, so I hope it's not going to be too distracting. But yeah, it's finally set up. I just didn't have time to like move my laptop over there today before the stream because everything was happening at once. I don't like trading BTC. Always learn to trade BTC first because yeah, it handles a lot better. Umar in the building. Show us the way. Alright, let us know if I can actually show your news because I'm desperate to show it. What a vibe. What a vibe. Okay, I'm going to look at the setup shortly. Big Dreams, I know you use it. I know you use it. Gives you all the information you need. That's what's so cool about it, right? We've been getting distracted with other indicators, but this is where it's at, y'all. This is where it's at. Love it. I did miss this one, but there's more strategies. There's also this strategy of the trigger wave. Some of you will know what I'm talking about on the trigger wave. If you look at the daily here, yeah, it's a really cool strategy so that you can see here, basically, if your green dot prints with a nice V shape underneath the 40 level, it's a go for a nice move. And the same thing, if it prints high up, the nice V shape, the red dot, it's a nice move. Doesn't have to be a bear div, the trigger wave can still work. And it's the same thing, right? You want to see money flow pointing up and VWAP crossing. You want to see VWAP crossing, money flow pointing down. But that's my second major Fu Manchu strategy. And I haven't made the videos yet because I've been focusing on this other tutorial. And let me know in the crew, who here in the crew has watched every single video in my course? And let me know what you think. Show it, bro. Show it, bro. I also want to show it. But I think, yeah, Paul is under some legal obligation. He might not be able to share it yet. And I started I do trade Bitcoin with news as a beginner but no analysis. Go back, bro. Go back to Bitcoin on demo and use Market Cypher B. I tend to miss Crypto Faces live streams. The YouTube algo tends to show channels that you watch their content. Just set the notifications for his live streams. I'll let the group know next time when he's live. Yeah, okay, let's move on to ETH, right? Let's move on to ETH. Yo, what happened last night on ETH was just like we need to learn to expect ETH to just play tricks on us. 100%. Alright, so I'm just going to zoom in for now on ETH. Who was there last night? Who was there last night? In my group trading with us. Alright, so there we were in the long trade on an altcoin. Because ETH was coming down to this beautiful level, the altcoin setup was lovely. And then it dumped below this level and we were like, okay, let's just cut our losses where we are. And like, this is bad because we're losing this level. Of course. What does Ethereum do? It fakes out. It fakes out. And on the 15 minute, of course, this is where we were watching it. This is what we need to understand with Ethereum. And Ethereum does this every single time. It's like, okay, this is where it knows people are going to go long because that's the support and resistance flip. I don't know why this trend line has moved. Let me just put it in the right place. There we go. Everyone wants to go long here because that's the support and resistance flip. And then what does it do? It just stop hunts everyone, right? Because if you go long here, you have a stop below the trend line. And it literally just hunted everyone. And then this is what I mean about September. Like, come now, come now. Okay, so that's one thing. That was a fake out and that was like a practical joke. And cool, we've learned our lesson, right? We need to put another entry where our stop loss is. And we need to like really have some balls here if we're going to trade ETH at these trend lines. Because that was amazing. Aave had weird price action. For some reason, I don't think Aave even ended up pumping when ETH pumped, so we're going to leave Aave for now. We had, I think, 3 profitable trades on Aave and then 1 slight loss. But the price action is just looking weird. It's acting like a bit of a shit coin. But I mean, look at this. What is this? I mean, someone tell me, like, what? Trump mentioned something today, right? But like, what is this price action? ETH in 3 15-minute candles. So let's go 4 15-minute candles. That's 1 hour. It loses 4%. 4% in an hour on ETH. Nasty. Nasty. And now it's back down to this trend line. And yeah, this trend line's not looking happy anymore. It's not looking happy. This isn't really what we want to see. Right? It's a beautiful trend line. But what you want to see at a trend line break is like a nice retest with volume and a continued move up. If you get this kind of, I mean, this is kind of cool, but the retest wasn't really big enough. But if you get these kinds of bounces, it's like, uh-oh. It's like, uh-oh, because the liquidity even down here at the trend line is being eaten up. So yeah, just be a little bit skeptical there. And then just remember to zoom out. Like if you check the 4 hour here on ETH, this is a bull pennant. I like to call them symmetrical triangles. But this is a bull pennant. But just keep a note, like this is also just so pumped. So pumped from here. And we're going to zoom out quickly now to look at ETH. I think it's on this other chart. It's this one. Alright, so let's quickly zoom out on ETH. I know this is a little bit messy, but very important because we've been killing it on ETH. We've been doing so well. We can see the ETH trade here. Even the low leverage, low margin ETH trade is doing nicely. Oh, and look at that. Golden cross for the win. But anyway, we're still looking good here for the trend on ETH. And yeah, 66% up on the 2x. Some nice margin. I'm not realizing anything yet because we can't take too many TPs on this. It's not massive margin. But what we can see here is we're nicely pumped. And we could be at any time ready for a retracement. How can I clean this up without messing everything up? I mean, this TA actually worked out quicker than we thought. I'm pretty sure everyone's aware of my larger ETH TA here, right? I don't need to do it all again. I'll do it super quickly. But basically, yeah, most of you know how I do my price predictions, etc. Very simple. You need a lot to do a price prediction. But if you're just looking at a Fibonacci prediction, you can do a retracement. First of all, from the bottom of the previous cycle to the top of the current cycle. Then you find your golden pocket pivot point. And say, okay, there's the pivot point. You take out your Fibonacci retracement. And then you pop in your Fibonacci extension from the 3 points, the bottom, the top, and then you pull it out to that Fibonacci golden pocket pivot point. And that's how you get your Fibonacci extension take profits. And we can see it's awesome. It's awesome. We broke out of the symmetrical triangle on the daily. We smashed through the golden pocket of this smaller range where we should have reversed. And then, beautiful, we smashed the 0.618. So already we've hit the 0.382. Well, first of all, the 0.236, 0.382, 0.5, 0.618, and then pretty much to the dollar is where we got our double top at the 0.786. So you can see why I have these green lines in here. And those are actually my take profits on ETH, but I'm going to be a little bit greedy here. I actually want to build the position a bit more. We should be realizing profits, but the position's a little bit small. I don't want to miss out, right? So we're just going to be like a little bit greedy here on ETH, and this will be where I will close 1/3 of the position at the next fib extension, which is the number 1 fib extension. And yeah, super bullish to see how nice this trade is looking on the outlook. That's really the final TP that we're looking at, up at 18,000, which is a nice Fibonacci extension level. And it sounds crazy, it sounds a little bit moon boy, but that's what I'm looking for in this cycle. We just got to be really realistic now because we've done this massive pump. we can easily retrace, you know, this golden pocket was supposed to be to the downside. We could easily retrace halfway to at least test this. We could easily, we've seen what ETH can do. It's crazy. We could come all the way back down to this symmetrical triangle, which, to be honest, it's a scene of the crime. In my opinion, this is criminal what happened here. This is scene of the crime down at this trend line. Because we broke out, but we didn't retest it. We broke out and everyone was like, ah, bull flag, right? Bull flag, target, whatnot. But actually, we were supposed to retest it. And we didn't, and it's scene of the crime. So yeah, just be ready, right? This is why I have been taking small profits on some of my trades. Because ETH can do this to us. There's a whole lot of people who are long here on high leverage. And they're all going to get consistently wrecked as this comes lower down. And the whales would just love that. The whales would love to pick up ETH here. Right, my ETH DCA still right now is my largest DCA. It's in massive profit because this is where I bought an Ethereum, and it's also where I bought one Ethereum there, and I also started my DCA there. And then this was so nice for accumulation, and now we're like, I think it's 150% up on our DCA. And it just shows the power of DCA, right? Watch the video on DCA if you need it. Okay, I think we've come to an understanding here of Ethereum on the larger time frames. We understand that the lower time frames right now are looking a little bit dodgy. Draw in this channel if you don't have it in. It's very useful. And yeah, these are the lower levels I'm looking at. We could see a break through this median to come back up to the top. Let's pull this out a little bit. Of course, as always, I'm going slower than I expected on the stream. But yeah, you can't ignore a channel like this, right? Support and resistance flip. Median double top. Perfectly played out to its target. Then, boom, look at this double top. That's nasty. It's nasty, y'all. This is not looking too nice. So go to Bybit Learn if you need to for the double top. I should also do these candle tutorials soon. But for those of you who do know about the double top, I wish there was a drawing tool for a double top. Like, somebody request this from TradingView. But yeah, it's pretty simple, right? So you just find your neckline for the double top, and then you analyze it like this, and then you find your target. I'm just doing it very roughly. But this double top here at the 0.786 has this target all the way down here at this golden pocket, which then would also be a breakdown of this channel. Alright, so let's quickly zoom in here and see what's happening on ETH, because yeah, I'm a little bit of FOMO here, to be very honest, because we should have got this trade. We should have also got this trade. And let me show you exactly why. You can show the crew. You can show the crew. Let's go. All right, Paul, I'm proud of you, bro. I'm proud of you, bro. You gotta just own it, man. And yeah, I know, like, it's a secret, but this crew's, we're the ones. Okay, a lot of you know I'm a gamer, right? A lot of you know that I have been playing games since I was old enough to play games. I'm like an OG gamer. I've got thousands of hours on different games, etc. And I've always wanted to bring a gaming aspect to this channel because I game a lot. I love games. Right? That very often for me, of course, I love the nature. You have to get out into nature. But gaming for me is like this. It's like it keeps you in the moment. It lets you stop thinking about everything. And yeah, it really just like, it's fun. Like, it's chill. Is this the account at Jason Casper? Yeah, just search I think it's Jason Casper on YouTube. He's awesome. Anyway, let's get through this, right? So check out these Tuffy order blocks. If we go to the 1 hour on the Tuffy order blocks, I mean, this is like how? Okay, so the bullish order block has disappeared now because the Tuffy indicator does clean up the charts, which is really nice. But what you can see here that is so cool, so there was literally a Tuffy order block here. And I don't know why, I got a little bit chicken, right? I chickened out over here. I was like, let's just exit our trades. I'm trying to keep everyone chill for... No, he has... Is it 150? I thought he had more. But yeah, no, it's probably him. It's probably him. But he's the bomb. J Casper's the bomb. Alright, but actually what we can see here is the fake out wasn't just a fake out of, you know, this level here, but it also even did a little fakey on this larger. So this is the 1 hour time frame, so you have to zoom out a little bit to see like exactly how I'm getting these levels. But you see the double fakey here, and like this is when you know, I mean, things are nasty on the charts. Like this is what should have happened, and that was cool because like, you know, pretty much 3/4 into the symmetrical triangle we got the breakout, and that's lovely. But what happened then, and I mean super cool, we got a very nice bearish order block there. We moved down from the bearish order block. There's also this median line that we directly dumped from. Like more FOMO, why didn't we enter the short at the median line at the bearish order block? Alright, the learning now is trust the order blocks. Because, dang, that was a lovely trade. And then we came straight down to this trend line, and this is where we freaked out. Right? The charts got the most of us. We're like, oh dang, now let's exit the longs. Actually, we should have been going long on ETH. And then right here is where it got scary. Because then we actually closed the 1 hour candle below that trend line. But we didn't get the retest, right? So it wasn't a short, it was a morning star. This is the most typical morning star pattern you can get. And it's legendary. This is what crypto does. This is what Ethereum does. Fucks you around. It plays with your emotions, right? You cannot get emotional. You cannot let fear get involved at all. There was a beautiful order block here. It's gone now. But there was this. Does everyone see this order block? Boom. And with Ethereum, you just gotta be ready for these fakies, right? And the stop hunts. You gotta be ready for the stop hunt. You gotta be ready to double down on the bullishness. And what really should have made us bullish here is this massive 1 hour market cipher B, bullish divergence, money flow pointing up, VWAP crossed up. Where were we? Where was our head at? Right? Look at that. It printed. Schwap! Ginormous 1 hour trade. And this is why I love WSOT, because I'm learning a lot. I'm learning a lot. And look at that. It was bullish order block. Vumanchu, markets have a B bullish divergence up to an overlapping double bearish order block, which sent us down on one of the best trades. And this is the trade I kept from the crew, and I wish I didn't, but Crypto Tantric. Right, a lot of us know Crypto Tantric. He dropped this beautiful trade, and it was a little bit late. Like, he only dropped it to the crew like somewhere here, but he basically said like, take this as a backup trade for any longs. And I thought, let me not confuse the crew. Like, let me just tell the crew to put the stop loss close on any longs. We'll take a stop. And then he's like, he sent a message. He's like, if you didn't take the backup trade, cry now. And I was like, oh. Because he hit like 400% profit on his 100x trade from, you know, here. Like where he saw the loss, the rejection from that bearish order block. And you got this giant red candle directly down to the bullish order block. All right, and now, right now we're seeing there's no bullish order block printed. And I'm really learning to trust this indicator because it's beautiful. What it's telling us is there's a weak low here, so we got to be careful. But this often happens, y'all. Break out, break back into the triangle, fake out below the triangle, then break out, retest out of the top of the triangle. And I mean, this is like how now we've actually come back down into the opposite side of the trend lines of that triangle. Crazy stuff. And what I want to basically emphasize here is that these 1 hour order blocks are absolutely beautiful. Right, next time we come up here, we got to entertain a low margin, high leverage short from that level. And yeah, these levels will eventually break, and that's what stop losses are for. But yeah, these order blocks, they've just been legendary. Legendary. Okay. So yeah, let's take a little bit of a break from the charts. I actually wanted to end after 2 hours, but I really do want to show the crew this awesome little bit of alpha here from Paul. So who else is a gamer here? I know CryptoCloud is a gamer. No, it's terrible to be greedy in the market. It's terrible. Like if I say let's be a little bit greedy here, I'm just taking the piss, right? We're never greedy. I'm having a laugh. All right. If I say that we're gonna be greedy, it's because everything's cool. We got a beautiful entry, and no, greed is the devil, right? Greed is the enemy, basically. Very much into crypto gaming. Nice. So in my opinion, crypto games are like super, I don't know what to call them, like infantile at this point, right? Like I like real games. Like games that really are like wow, like CryptoPunk. Not CryptoPunk, sorry. What's it called? Cyberpunk. Has anybody played Cyberpunk? I mean, that's one of the best games of all time. Keanu, my OG, is in it. But yeah, I'm a huge fan of CSGO. Valorant is amazing. I'm not a Valorant player, but those kinds of games I love. Metal Gear Solid is my favorite, actual series of games of all time. But yeah, super into it. And I've just been waiting for crypto games to catch up, right? Like I love the Ubu games. I love them. Like Last Hodler. It's awesome. Like we have that Fall Guys kind of style game by my cousin Mick. But it's like nowhere near where games should be. Even games like Axie Infinity, right? Like OG crypto games, like they kind of suck, if I'm honest. Like if you're an actual gamer, it's like, what are we doing here? Like, I want something like cool to play. XRP Bunker, are you new to my channel? What's up? Love to see. Just connected. Love to see some new peeps. Thank you to the YouTube algorithm. You've been brutal. You've been brutal, but you're finally pushing me out. Shaibu in the building. Let's go. Alright, so if you're new to the crew, please do subscribe, put on your notifications, and just make sure you go to my playlists and watch the crypto trading tutorials playlist, because when you're in my streams, you need that knowledge, right? To trade along with us. Haven't played Cyberpunk. Bro, we need to sponsor you a ROG Strix, right? So you can play these games. Yeah, there's loads of crypto games, right? Play to earn is going to be a massive industry. Play to earn. Alright, so let me quickly bring up this really cool game. One second. Can y'all hear the beats? Are we good? Just check that they're still... Let's have some synthwave. Okay, cool. I've got the website here. Let's take a little bit of break and let's have a look at this OG alpha. How have I lost it? I just had it. Man, give me 1 second. Oh, here. Oh. So this is VSProtocol. That's who VSProtocol in the stream is. I got you. Alright, so first of all, there is not a crypto game that I've seen that is this cool. Alright, so what I'll be doing is I'll jam this game when it comes out, because it's play to earn. But what I like about this game is there's also an emphasis on risk management within this game, from what I can tell. Right, I haven't done my full audit, which is of course what I will do before I really bring anything to the crew. But what we've got here is free to play, play to earn, but also risk management. Like it's not like you're connecting your wallet and you're gonna liquidate your wallet, right? It's like you take a little bit of money, you play with that money, and I mean, I've seen people make bank on crypto games that aren't cool. But this, from what I can see, it's pretty much modeled on a first-person shooter like Valorant style game. And of course, this is like, as they say, pre-alpha gameplay. So there's still a lot of updates that need to happen here. But yeah, as you can see, it's like Valorant on steroids, and this is just the beginning. Super cool. I like games like this. They're a lot of fun. Alright, so I see VSProtocol. Alright, I got you. I saw VSProtocol hopping on that YouTube channel. So there we go. We'll have some live streams with actual live gaming. But you can see here that you can earn by having fun. So it's almost like the gaming and the crypto is finally really connecting. And what we'll do is we'll have like tournaments, right? I'm pretty sure we can create our own servers. We'll have our own tournaments within the crew. I'll put some money up for prize money. And there we go. We can be earning and having fun. And it's not always about high leverage risking, right? So I know there's a lot to this game. There's a nice roadmap coming up. And this is like speaking my language, right? That there's lore. There's lore involved here. Like, this is giving me Dune vibes. And it's like, yes, we need more real crypto games. This is like hella impressive. And yeah, congrats, man. Anti-cheat and fair play. Beautiful stuff. So I'll be joining, you know, this creator program. And you can come to this website, VSProtocol.com, and you can join the alpha, which is where they'll give you basically like dev updates on the game. But how cool, right? I'll probably do like a video, an actual video upload on this as well. There we go. I play shooting games 5 hours per day, my gosh. Let me know if you play CSGO and we'll jam. But yo, I haven't been playing any CSGO during WSOT because I'm just focused, but I love to jam CSGO. Alright, nice. Yeah, very proud, buddy. Very proud of you, Paul. Insane. Alright, so get involved if you are a gamer. And really looking forward to creating some nice streams and some nice content on that. And we're already almost 2 hours in. Please smash the likes for me if you are here. Help us reach our goal. And what I'll do for the crew, right, is even after the stream, if you share the stream to 50 likes, I'll drop a giveaway in the Trading Academy. So just share the stream to your peeps, get the 50 likes, help me push the brutal YouTube algorithm, and we'll do a giveaway. Yeah, so these fakies have been rough, right? What I do want to check here is if the bull and bear divs on ETH on the 15-minute are behaving. Because I really want to trade ETH on the 15-minute. Like we can see here, you know, this was a 15-minute scalp with 2 bearish FVGs and a beautiful take profit hit. Same thing here. I mean, these are just nice 15-minute trades. And yeesh. Okay, so we gotta be a little bit careful with these bull divs on the 15-minute, but we can see that something's happening. You gotta be ready to be thrashed around a little bit. Look at this again. ETH loves to stop hunt, right? ETH is big, but it's almost like it's still size. It's not as big as Bitcoin, so the ETH whales can still wreck you, which is what happened here, right? They gave you a bear div. The whales were like, okay, here's momentum, and momentum's coming down. Let's pump the charts up to give a bear div. And then as the bear div came in, they pumped price up to liquidate everyone. And then the bear div literally played out from that level. So there's 2 ways you can play this. You can say, okay, the bear div printed, I'm going to enter on low leverage, low margin with a massive stop loss. And I'm going to add into my trade. And you can go back here to find your stop loss, right? Previous major swing low. You would have been fine. Do you see how they literally hunted that level? They literally hunted that exact level. They were like, everyone's going to put their stop loss just above that level. Let's just stop them all out. And it's evil. It's evil, right? And Bitman's onto something here. Look for where the stop hunt is going to be, and that's where your trade should be. But yeah, really nice here. We got the bear div. That's where we start getting bearish. And then we actually look for the stop hunt. And then you can see this overlapping bearish OP sniper move. It's easy in retrospect, right? It's difficult to actually catch in the moment. Yo, hidden bull for the win. Hidden bull on the 15-minute time frame. Massive move. Sick. Hidden bear 15-minute time frame. Massive move. Sick. And then double bull. So what exactly happened here? Alright, first bull. I mean, this was literally last night. We could have got this move, right? First bull. And then literally stop hunt. if you look back, where was the previous big wick? The whales are like, okay, there's the bottom of the previous big wick. And they didn't even reach it. Look at that. Okay, now they reached it. Now they reached it. They were like, if anybody's still long here, it's time to get stopped out. But here you can see that if you really looked to, put your stop below that previous swing low. And yeah, I mean, it's hard. It's difficult. You can see there was maybe a level we could have used for the stop hunt level. But they gave us a double bull. They gave the first bull, then they stop hunted everybody. And they gave another little bull. And I mean, this is a lot of money to be made in a very short amount of time. It's 4.8% on ETH. On 100x, of course, that's 400% in not even 12 hours. Sick. And when I say sick, I mean like ill. I mean sick in a good way, right? Tulani in the building. Alright, you missed a lot, brother, but please do catch up on the stream because, yeah, it's been super insightful. And this stream is important for next week because a lot of what we do next week is going to be, you know, these setups that we've created. Alright, lovely. It's time for some altcoins. You know, we would be remiss if we don't go into market charts. But we can see here, you know, something's playing out at this range. We're back all the way down 15 minutes. It's crazy that the range is this big on the 15 minute. But yeah, look out for the next 15 minute bull div. Be ready for the stop hunt. It's crazy how these bulls have been playing out. Even the hidden bulls and bears have been playing out so nicely if you know how to scalp. Alright, beautiful. Okay, I'm going to rush through market charts, but it's very important that we do look at all of these OG charts, like the BTCD. Some synthwave. Alright, who's here? Very excited for the game. How much fun is that going to be? Like, I was like, you know, if I stream Cyberpunk to my channel, if I stream CSGO, it's like, it's too disparate. Right, marketplace on CSGO doesn't run on crypto, etc. Like, it's too disparate. But now we got a first-person shooter, Valorant-style game that is play to earn. Like, y'all gonna see me streaming that. And it'll be fun. We can have crypto streams, and then we can have like a, just like end the streams with like a group tournament, right? Okay, so very important to zoom out on Bitcoin dominance. We can see finally we pretty much hit my major zone for a reversal on Bitcoin dominance, but we haven't hit my super sniper target, which means I think there could still be this blood to come. And you know, this is really me, this is what I want on the charts, because I've been through this a few times. A lot of you know my analysis here, but this is where our biggest altcoin seasons have popped off from. If you don't know how to read Bitcoin dominance, just Google Bitcoin dominance cheat sheet. Go to Miles Deutsch's version of the Bitcoin dominance cheat sheet. It's awesome. Learn the cheat sheet. If you don't know the cheat sheet, it's like you're gaming on PS1 without the cheat codes. Right? You'll get wrecked if you're playing against someone with the cheat codes. But anyway, we can see that this level here is where the biggest altcoin seasons have popped off from. If Bitcoin dominance dumps, that's where we get altcoins going up. And just remember on the cheat sheet, of course, we need Bitcoin to move up, which is why we also need Bitcoin to get bullish somehow. Right? And then we need Bitcoin dominance to come down. It's been nice for alts. We've had a nice pump on most alts, have come back from the grave, but it's just not time yet because Bitcoin hasn't been pumping. And yeah, it's just this channel. Right, this will be the real test of when we break through the bottom of this channel. And it looks like to me now, there's still a possibility of us reaching my super nice sniper level up at the top. This is the green zone where we usually dump from. Very nice altcoin seasons. But this is really the top of the major range. You can see I've got a few channels in here. And this will mean like altcoin season bigger than we've ever seen. So that's what I want on the charts. Doesn't mean that's what's going to happen. And yeah, we didn't reach the bottom, right? It looks like we might be doing this kind of a fakie below the median line of this channel. back up to the parabolic curve. So this is the parabolic curve. We've done a lot of analysis here. What we could see is more relief for altcoins down to the bottom. This will be the true test, right? If we just come back up to the channel, and look at that. Doesn't that look nice? We come down to the bottom of the channel, then we move up through the median, through the channel, and we hit that parabolic curve and we fake out above the channel. We hit my level and we have an altcoin season. This doesn't have to take long. Doesn't have to take long. A few months from now, I'm looking at the first quarter of next year for an altcoin season. Like, we've run the marathon, right? This is death of altcoins that we've seen. This has been absolutely crazy brutal. DCA gold mine. But yeah, the portfolio margin trades, you know, whatever, like 60% of them are deep in the blood. Some of them are doing well, and those are the fundamental alts. We've also learned that lesson, like large caps, fundamentals. If you're going to do long-term trades, stick to the large caps, stick to the fundamentals. I still think we're going to be fine on like Jasmy, Virtual, etc. because they're cool. But dang, they in the blood. Dang, they in the blood. Alright, anyway, that's BTC dominance. I really want to get into altcoins. So from there, most of you know I like to go to total 3, which, to be honest, is looking pretty cool. It's looking pretty nice here. I mean, our total market cap. Kind of chilling around this previous local top support. And yeah, could be like a lot of money moving out of crypto here. So just be careful. We can also see market structure needs a bit of like higher low. But in essence, we're moving up and it's not looking bad. It's not looking bad. Let me go to total 3. We see a similar picture, but of course more brutal. And yeah, I'm super bullish here on the altcoins in the long term. Most of you know I'm building a altcoin portfolio of margin trades, which has been gnarly, but we're still looking really good in my opinion for reaching up. So total 3 is excluding ETH and Bitcoin, right? And we're looking, in my opinion, at a 3 trillion. 3 trillion in altcoins, but it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy. We're going to see more blood. We're going to see chaos here. And then we are looking at a beautiful altcoin season. I think we just need some more time. And yeah, just be ready, right? Be ready for this kind of a retracement like we have seen before. Okay, and then Dixie. Very important now, you know, to look outside of crypto. So, of course, we've been following Dixie for a long time here. And yeah, these are the lowest levels that we've seen on the Dixie in it's like 3 or 4 years. This is the lowest level we've seen on Dixie. So it's good for us, of course. For those of you who don't know what Dixie is, it's the US dollar against a basket of other major currencies, including the yen, etc. It doesn't include Bitcoin, but Bitcoin is very much aligned to the British pound, to the yen, you know, to the high risk assets that are in competition with the US dollar. And yeah, we can see what happened last time we faked out below this channel, right? The US dollar pumped like mad, and that's literally a bear market. That is a bear market for crypto. Because if that much money is flowing into the US dollar out of high risk assets, yes, it's flowing out of Bitcoin. So this is also a word of warning here. We could come up to test this channel. We could even move up through this channel. Remember that tariffs are heightening the US economy. And if we look back in time, this is just a little bit scary. Because moving back in time, like, you come below this channel on the Dixie and you go back up into the channel and you pump to the top. So it's like, what's happening here? What's happening here? How much lower can we go on US dollar? It's a little bit scary, right? I mean, this would mean bear market. So yeah, a little bit contradictory there to all of the other awesome bullish stuff that we are seeing across the board. But yeah, we've run over time. So I'm going to go into a few altcoins here. And there are a few of them that I really want to show some interesting news. I mean, these are altcoins that I really love. I don't know why it keeps refreshing me. But yeah, let's just look at a couple of alts here, like Link. So at least we get it right sometimes. At least we get it right sometimes. Our link trade is a sniper entry. Really, really cool. Yeah, super nice. So I'm not taking profits yet on the link trade. Like, I took a little bit off the table. This is copy trading, so I'm being very careful. But I believe in link. I love link. Link is one of my OG holds, right? Like, I hold link, a DCA link. I believe in link. I love link. And it just shows, right? It pays off. And alright, let's just have a look at this link news quickly. Whoa. So some of you will know about Bitcoin oracles. Alright, Bitcoin oracles are very important. Crypto oracles are very important. Do your research on Chainlink. Right? You saw my last video with the VP of Weeks with Andy. Listen to what he said. And people are even commenting like, should we really read the white paper for coins that we are trading? 100%. 100%. Like, read the white paper. Do the research. Do your own research before you do anything on any coin. Alright, but very cool. We see here United States Department of Commerce, DOC, has teamed up with Chainlink. This is no small news. This is amazing. They are going to bring macroeconomic data from the Bureau of Economic Analysis on chain using Chainlink oracles. I'm not going to spend too much time on this, but it's super bullish news. I'm not going to add to the trade because, of course, if we add it to our trade now, I mean, it's just not a good time. Right? If we add it to our trade now, we'd bring our entry up. I'm going to not take profits now. I will add to the trade when we come back to our entry. You see I have a limit order here. So, I mean, you can see from the Dixie, things might get ugly. Things might get bad, which is why I take minimal profits. Minimal profits, and then we're going to sweep up liquidity if we reach it again. But I just wanted to share that news with you because go deeper into it like it's not chilled. That's massive news. That is like the US adopting crypto oracles. This is like historical. Alright, and here we see ONDO Finance. So, I mean, I'm a bit late to investing in ONDO, adopting ONDO, but we can see here we have a nice entry. We can see whale accumulation happening. We can see that from this zone, once we break it, we're likely to see parabolic upside. So the technicals are looking good, risk to reward is looking good, we're in the trade. And we're ready, right? We're ready. And then let's go. We get this beautiful news. Alright, there we go. ONDO Finance launches tokenized US stocks and ETFs. Absolutely amazing. Again, I'm not going to go too long into this, but now we have ONDO launching ONDO Finance, which is global markets. Largest ever selection of tokenized US stocks and ETFs on chain with the liquidity of traditional finance on Ethereum. Epic, right? Okay, and then of course, my baby. Alright, so this was like bearish Cardano news flipped bullish. Like, never tell Charles Hoskinson that he's a bad person because, like, he's just not. Right? He's good. And sometimes maybe he's not as transparent as he should be, but just have a look what happened here, right? Basically, a couple of big names were making these allegations that there was manipulation over a hard fork and the way that funds were used. If you don't understand Cardano, it's a DAO, right? Development is done through a voting process. And there was basically these allegations of manipulation, and then he said he would do a full audit and he would bring full transparency, and he did, and it came out really nice and bullish. And yeah, we're also in that ADA trade, and this one's still looking to pop off, right? So if you're not in the ADA trade, I wouldn't say enter now because things are looking a little bit bearish, but if you want to get into ADA, this kind of 60 cents level here is where I will next add to my ADA trade, right? It's big, one of our bigger copy trading positions. We have some realized margin and we're in the trade. We also have a limit, 2 limit entries set to add to our trade. because most of you know, right? ADA is my favorite coin of all time. All right, so there was one more XRP, and this just makes me stoked because obviously I'm an African, and XRP is my second favorite token behind Cardano. Well, let me say third, right? Bitcoin, favorite token. Then we have Cardano, then we have XRP. Alright, so Valor is one of our South African exchanges. Mates of mine. They've done amazingly well. Yellow Card is a US exchange, but very active in Africa. And we see Chipper Cash, I think very active in Nigeria. But basically, RLUSD has made major partnerships in Africa to increase borderless payments, and yeah, really good for XRP. Of course, if the Ripple stablecoin starts to get worldwide adoption. Just want to check on this XRP trade. Alright, it's doing well. It's doing well. So this is also a hard one because I've really been wanting to add to this trade. Our position's a little bit small. We got a nice realized P&L. We do have a nice position. I've wanted to add more, but I don't want to bring the entry up because it's a really nice entry at current. And we see that the bull flag didn't reach its target, right? The bull flag is failing, and we're coming back into this range. So there might be an opportunity to add entry, and you can see I've placed a limit order just below our entry here on XRP. This is a low leverage, low margin trade on copy trading. Alright, let me just pop this message. Just getting a message from, I don't know who of you know Emmanuel, the head of marketing for Bybit Africa, but let me just quickly reply to him. Oh, I love this new keyboard. If you haven't used a mechanical keyboard before, please get into it. Please get into it. Alright, so where's the crew at? Where's the crew at? Are you still here? If you're watching on Twitter, please come through to YouTube. But yeah, we're going to wrap up soon. I just want to look at a few of our setups, right? And it's okay if we don't get to everything today that I wanted to get to. It's usually like this. Yeah, there's a lot of other stuff I wanted to get to. Alright, and this was quite interesting on the super cycle analysis. You know, this is pretty much what we were looking at the beginning. It's nice to see other people coming out and saying 250k on super cycle, and it makes sense. I'm not going to go into this too much now, but just Google, you know, the Bitcoin super cycle, and yeah. Like when you see TA coming out as FA, obviously that's really nice because it means the TA is quite strong. It means the TA is quite strong. Alright, so we're going to end off with a couple of setups. Just going through the chat. Oh, thank you, brother. Summary in the group. So I will also drop some chapters, as I always do. Yeah, I'm finally used to this mechanical keyboard, and there's nothing like it. Yeah, so if you really want to find the best, most useful coins, come to the Altcoin Season Index on Blockchain Center. Ooh, looks like Altcoin Season's giving a bit of a dump there. But that's cool. Bring it. Bring it, right? And yeah, just look to these coins and do your research on all of these coins. And the coins that are in the blood, in the top 50 performers over the last 90 days, these are the ones you can look at longing. These are the ones that you can look at DCAing into. Alright, leave ENA for now. Leave Crow. It's crazy how Crow played out to the analysis. So nice. I mean, even leave Sol. Right, look at these ones that are under Bitcoin, like Sui, Atom. Right, Near, VeChain, Ton, Dot. Those are the nice ones to look at. Okay, just a few little copy trading trades I want to look at here. I'm not going to get to all of them, but I think BNB is a very important one. I mean, there's so much nice TA on BNB. I'm not going to go into all of it now. But yeah, this also looks like it's moving. The position is too small. So
yeah, I'll only add if we come down to these order blocks. But it looks like BNB is going to the moon, right? Like, this coin is hitting all-time high, when other altcoins are like just getting trashed. Alright, nice question. Is Mantle a Bybit coin or just a partner? It's just a partner, but Ben Zhu is the CEO of Bybit and the creator of Bybit, and he also created Mantle. He was one of the 3 Mantle founders. And let me tell you, Mantle is the next Cardano. Mantle is the only real, genuine DAO to be created other than Cardano. And I super believe in it. Alright, so we'll keep BNB analysis for another day, but there you can clearly see where my order blocks are. And I love MNT. I love MNT, and we're winning with our conviction here in MNT. Alright, we entered late. And you can see here where I've got my next limit entry. Like, if we find blood on MNT, which is of course will happen if we get any kind of major downside move on total 3, etc. This is where I will add to MNT. We've got a decent position according to the rest of our position sizes, and you know, profits are looking great. This is a 2x. Very, very nice. And honestly, I think this coin's going to moon. This coin is going to moon. What we're seeing here has so many bullish aspects to it. This is whale accumulation. This is whales buying, whales selling. Whales buying more, whales selling. When the whales sell, it means they can buy back what they sold. And that's what they're doing. When a coin goes sideways with this kind of a range, this is whales buying and selling. And let me tell you, of course, Ben's one of those whales. And no, it is not a Bybit coin. It is not a Bybit coin. And I think that's even better. Alright? It's one of the reasons I'm so bullish on BNB, because we know CZ is the richest man in crypto. We know Binance is the biggest exchange. He's never going to let that coin dump. It's at all-time high. Like, why is it at all-time high? Because he's putting some of his billions of dollars into it, right? But this is a coin which is based on the fundamentals of it. It's going to work because it's brilliant. Alright, altcoin season is on the halfway mark and it's still dumping. Oh, so just understand this altcoin season index. Right, so this is not altcoin season. You can see here, it's not altcoin season. Let me be very clear here. Altcoin season is when you are at the top here. It's here. This is altcoin season. And our only mistake was that we didn't take enough profits because we thought it would last longer. And yes, eventually we will get more time in altcoin season. And when you are in altcoin season, it means that alts are going parabolic. And our real altcoin season, we will get longer with alts going parabolic. But right now, it's not altcoin season. It means we're halfway towards altcoin season. And it looks like we're going to need to come back to retest these levels. We will get some lower entries. We're going to have to manage the blood, etc. And when we get up here, even if we just get up here, we're going to take profits. And then every single week that we spend up here, we take more profit, more profit, more profit. And then when we start to dump below here, we're going to short. Alright, we've learnt from previous altcoin cycles. We're going to short. Top fan, let's go. Let's go. So you can see I'm moving up in my subs on YouTube. And yeah, soon I will be a YouTube partner. And then we'll actually be able to have some really awesome stuff going on in the chat. Very soon, actually, probably. I'm pumping with the hours. So I'll be able to sell merch on YouTube. It's going to be fun. Alright, what's happening? What's happening? I missed BNB and OXB, but preparing to don't miss Bybit's Mantle. Yeah, so BNB, you can dollar cost average. You can dollar cost average. Like BNB, it's going to keep going. BNB will hit $1,000. It will hit $2,000. It's like the next ETH. BNB will keep going just because of Binance and because of CZ. As sad as that is, but he's that big. He's that good. Alright, we're almost halfway to the light goal. Very, very nice. And yeah, I'm going to hop off soon. My ass is literally sore. And this is why, yeah, you will see me walking next time. We're going to do longer streams because while we're walking, while we're streaming, we're going to be walking. I'm going to get fit. And y'all can even walk while you're watching me on mobile, right? But we're going to get fit. We're going to have endorphins helping us. And yeah, my ass is like just been getting so sore. And it's only 2 hours stream. Alright. I think it's time to look at some setups. I also wanted to look at H-bar, PENDLE. So I believe PENDLE is coming out with some awesome protocol updates. And yeah, it's like hovering above our entry. This is another coin that I do believe in. Right, this is a nice coin that I do believe in. It's hovering around our entry. I'm only going to add if we come into blood. You can see I took a little bit of profits. But yeah, that's a nice one. Okay, so just vote for me what you want to look at. I wanted to look at Hype, Avalanche, ENA, Solana. We wanted to look at Doge. We even wanted to look at memes. I actually wanted to look at PAX G, right? I wanted to look at gold as a crypto coin because I want to start trading gold because it's just behaving. Also wanted to look at Justin Sun's debacle there with World Liberty Financial. I also wanted to do tokenomics on World Liberty Financial. But it's cool. I think we're either going to go live again on Monday or Tuesday. Because I want to do like, you know, the live trading streams for WSOT. And we're not in trades right now because it's nuts and it's going to be weekend. I want everybody to touch grass this weekend. Let's have a big week next week. But I do want to look at the FARTCOIN setup. And I'll also open up the Discord now. But yeah, this is one that we have to look at, right? Oh, I actually added it to my watch list. Let's go. You know you're a DJ when you got FARTCOIN on your watch list. Alright, so a few things here on FARTCOIN. First of all, this is where the trade is going to come in if this trade fails. So this is going to literally be like a relatively high leverage, low margin, kind of like sniper move. Because there's a chance that it will just fail. And if it fails, we can very, very clearly see here on the fixed range volume profile where the volume's sitting. And if it does fail, there's a big drop, right? There is a chance we'll break above this high volume node. And then we got this beautiful move to TP1, beautiful move to POC, TP2. We got beautiful, TP3 all the way at value area high. We got crazy risk to reward ratio here, all the way up at the top of value area high. It's nice. It's like almost like a 1 to 10 risk to reward ratio here. And I must say I like FARTCOIN. It's taken me a long time of like analyzing the tokenomics, analyzing what's happening with the team. But it's a really cool token. It's a really, really cool token, and the cool thing about it is it moves, but it doesn't move in a manipulated way. I mean, this risk to reward, if we catch this trade, it could even go all the way up to all-time high, right? We're looking to be more conservative above value area high, but I won't take full TP. But anyway, first we got to actually focus on getting into this trade, and it's looking pretty cool. There's a few things here to be aware of. What I want to see for this trade is I want to see a breakout of this channel with a retest, and that will be like go time, because yeah, there's a very clear possibility that we could hit median, we could hit bottom, and then we could like go with this kind of a trade. So that's like the second resort for this trade, but it's too far to like be one trade. It's too far for one stop loss. That's 50%. It's like what? It's like a 1x trade then. We want to do a higher leverage trade here. And let's go to the 4 hour and check out these order blocks. That's weird. It's not giving us the order blocks. It's not giving us any bullish order blocks here. It's like, why didn't it print order block there? It says strong low, but it doesn't have an order block. It's just like a bit weird. Alright, so there we go. We do have an order block there. It's a 15-minute order block, which means, you know, it's just going to be like one of these. Alright, let's just go back to daily. We're not even getting a bullish order block at all on the daily. Oh, that was a nice bull. Oof. Okay, nice bear, nice bear, nice bear, nice bull. Nice bull. Pretty nice bull. Even though these are hidden, they had nice moves. So let's go. Daily RSI, add alert, FARTCOIN, regular bullish divergence. Let's pull it out. Boom, we've got the alert. I mean, just go back. You can see that every single one of these divergences that I've ever printed on FARTCOIN have been crazy nice moves. Yeah, sometimes it takes a really long time. Like, it's only a month that you have to wait for a bull div. And sometimes they can come in more like, I mean, look at that bear div, nice move. Oh, bear div, nice move. And then triple bear div. Look at that. Could have taken so much profits. Right? Even stop to break even. You could literally still be in that bear div trade. I mean, most likely you would have flipped to bullish at the bull div. But yeah, bull div, nice. Then we got the double bull here. So first bull popped off. Nice profits. All the way back down below entry. Just find the second bull. Almost looks like we're looking for a triple bull here, but it seems to be failing. What I really want is... You can see this coin's actually pretty bullish because it hasn't come into oversold on the daily. Which is like a little bit scary. This means people love this coin. But anyway, we got the alert there set for the bull div on the 4 hour. I mean the daily. Let's just check the 4 hour divs. Alright, hidden div here. Nice trade. Hidden div here. Terrible. Terrible. Look at that. Bull div dump. Bull div meh. Tiny pump and then dump. So 4 hours not looking nice. Bear div pretty cool. Like any moves here are big. That's the thing with FARTCOIN. Like it doesn't just move. I mean that looks small, but it's actually 16%. So if you're using leverage, you're banging. You just got to scalp. But let's stick to the daily for the divs there. And yeah, I just wanted everyone to be aware of this TA because this is something that I'm really looking at. And then there was this LAUNCHCOIN setup. I think we missed it, to be honest. There's been a lot happening. Alright, so the setup is still active. The setup is still active, and I'm looking at this overlap of bearish order blocks. Because it looks like these order blocks are really playing out nicely. And you can see I set the line, the alert for the line, and the alert popped off really, really nicely. But I didn't enter the trade there because I'm looking for higher levels. We already got the double top there. We might miss out on this, but there we go. That's that one. And then this drip. This drip seems like... yeah, we did miss it. We did miss it. It's like, oh damn. Yeah, so I slept on this one. Sorry guys. And this is where I need you as well, right? Did I post this in the group? I did. I think I posted this in the academy. I said I'm eyeing this. And then I got the alert today. And then we pumped up exactly to the sniper entry for the bearish order block. And like... yeah, I was literally offline at that time. Just taking a short break. And then look at that. We got a 4% dump. But that's cool. It shows that once again, these order blocks, I mean, that's just 15-minute time frame. But that overlapping order block is like a double whammy. And trade played out perfectly. Alright, so there's fart, launch, jup. And I still want to get down to the bottom of these rate cuts. But there's still time for that, so maybe we'll do that next week in the stream. Yeah, I think we're going to go for Tuesday. I think we're going to trade in the group on Monday. And then Tuesday, we'll do another live. Yes, I'm going to check the Discord setups now. And if you're still here with me, pop a message. Let me see who the OGs are that are still here with us. Alright. Let me actually do that now. I know we had a request for ENA and for Sol. But yeah, I really love that y'all are popping me charts on the Discord. Like, that's really how I want this crew to act. So let's check it out. Alright, so join the Discord if you haven't joined the Discord. It's nice to see that it's pumping. Wow, what are we at? We're like past 110 now. 110 in the Discord. Let's go. Alright, so come down to the WSOT. Alright, I see some have dropped it in the trading chat. That's fine. Trading chat is fine. Alright, Honey Jammo, Dina, I see. Alright, so you should be seeing the Discord now. Alright, Honeyjammer, FARTCOIN. I can't see the time frame. What time frame is this? Looking for the long already at the order block at the FVG. So you're quite zoomed in here. I can see that you're quite zoomed in here. It's so long to type FARTCOIN USDT.P. So yeah, I'm actually going to bring it up. I think we're going to start trading FARTCOIN more. It just, like, it moves so much. Damn, you are zoomed in here, brother. You are zoomed in here. Are you in the 5-minute time frame? Are you looking at this? 2 hours. Okay. Okay, cool. I got you. I got you. Nice. Cool. Yeah, this could be it. To be honest, that could be it. Did you enter? Let me know if you actually entered that sniper wick entry. Because yes, that's a retest of the value area low on the daily time frame. This is a dip into value area low. This is a retest. The reason I'm not going with this is because, I mean, I'm almost ready to go. And I almost did pull the trigger. But look at this. It's super clear. I'll actually even make it a little bit more like accurate here. Let's clean this up. But it's super clear the level that we have to break. Yeah, I think that's actually fine. I think that's actually fine. We could bring it down like slightly more to the candle bodies. See those? Yeah, that's looking great. But yeah, it looks like basically now what's going to happen is we're going to squeeze between value area low and a breakout. But we need to see a breakout here with a nice retest. So yeah, that's a beautiful chart you've got there, man. It's cool. It's very nice. And to be honest, your entry, that might be perfect. If you've entered here, that might be good. But yeah, for me, I'm going to wait for a breakout of this channel with the retest. Because what's going to be nice about that is we'll get the breakout and then we'll probably get the retest back within our zone. And that's just like the more conservative way to trade it. But yeah, very cool, very cool. I'm loving the Discord setups. You entered the trade. Nice, nice, man. May the force be with you. Patience, discipline, fearless. Love it. Alright, Bitcoin. On the 30 minutes. Dang, nailed. So what was that? Was that an order block? Looks like this order block, a little pump failed. 30-minute order blocks. Let's go. So that's like your lower risk order block. I mean your higher risk order block, your lower risk order block. Dang, that looks like a sniper entry, man. Congrats. Oh! Oh! ETH. I'm not the only one that ETH has been thrashing. Look at this. Oh, it's crazy. Alright, let's see. I see you dropped some PNL. 150x. Dang, bro. Dang, bro. Alright, so pop me a message. Let's get your Mexi under me. You know, I don't push it, but yeah, they would be super happy to be seeing this right now on my YouTube, and they have given me like nice benefits. So let's get you under me, real dog, and I can make you VIP 3. I just don't like Mexi. That's the thing. Like, I hope they're not watching this. Like, win me over, Mexi. Win me over, right? But there's just been a few instances that we've had where users' funds have been locked on Mexi for 365 days. And it's just like, how can you lock someone's funds for 365 days? Like, it's just too long for any kind of analysis they would need to do. So I would say just be careful with Mexi. If you like Mexi and you're trading on it, and that's cool, I'll make you VIP 3. But honestly, like with major margin, you know, stick to Bybit. But that's nice trading, man. Sheesh, bro, you're doing better than us. I hope that you're in the WSOT squad. Alright, legends. Alright, so I think let's call it let's call it, right? How's everybody feeling? I know everybody's also quite tired like me. But yeah, smash the likes. Let me know who's here all the way to the end. I see there's a couple left till the end. And I really appreciate you. I just want to know who y'all are. And share the stream for me. Help me get it smashed up to 50 likes. And yeah, we'll save Avalanche, ENA, Sol. I've also got this whole list of really cool meme coins and Doge. We'll save that for next week. But I think we've done a lot. Right? We've done a lot. It's been real. It's been emotional. As always. And yeah, let me know who's been here from the start. Or just let me know who's in the chat right now. I want to know who these OGs are who are putting in all the effort. And then just share the stream as much as you can. We're halfway to the likes. If we smash 50, I will drop a giveaway. But look at this. FARTCOIN is now dumping below the value area. This is what's important. Alright, it's very hard to hop off because it's been a while since a live stream, but let's just make it more regular. Right, it's been a lot of fun. Let's make it more regular. And yeah, thank you so much everybody for being here. It's been absolutely awesome. So much love to the crew. It's really hard to hop off because it's like I'm chilling with my boys and girls. But you know what? Let's touch some grass this weekend, like for real. Just get off the charts. It's fine. Like, we're not going to miss anything major this weekend, right? The major moves have happened now. The whales are going to be off the charts. We're going to be off the charts. Let's come back on Monday early. Let's come back with fire. Let's come back hot and be ready. There's going to be a lot of trades next week and it's going to be very active. Right? We're going to ramp up the activity in WSOT because it only comes around once a year. We got to give it a go. Alright, thank you so much everybody for being here. Please remember my advice. Always play from a position of power and strength. Use your stop loss and do not get wrecked. If you are not yet in my trading academy, please enter at the link below. I believe most of you are. And massive love and respect to this crew. I will see you all bright and early next week. Peace out.